Exhale, everybody. Exhale. Good morning. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Tuesday. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. My knuckles have finally returned to color. Oh, they're full skin color after gripping the edge of my, well, you can't really grip the edge of your bed. You know? Wasn't holding a chair, but man, holy smokes, man. These guys almost killed us last night. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. But alas, Benjamin, it's a Victory Tuesday today.
It is a Victory Tuesday. It does feel like when you have a lead and you're a Padres fan, that it is imperative that they hold it.
Yeah.
And I am dreading the day where they have a late lead and they can't hold it. I know it's happened a couple of times this year, but everyone just feels so critical. Like you just feel like you don't have enough late leads. You can't let any of them get away.
When somebody hits a home run off Mason Miller for like a walk, not a walk-off, but whatever, like we lose the game or something, like that's going to be so jarring. It's going to be terrifying.
I was jarred when Albies hit a fly ball to left field in the last inning.
It's weird.
Jarring. Like, that went almost 300 feet. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
It's weird to see them even make contact against him.
It is. And good point here. Joanna says, see the Red Sox game last night. You couldn't have had a worse ending to that. We can talk about it later. Did you see what happened to them? Yeah, they blew. Aroldis Chapman blew one. But the way that they got to that point was unbelievable. Like, I know things are tough here. As Steve points out in the chat, 4 hits. Just pops into the chat to just say 4 hits. Steve, we don't complain about wins. Doesn't matter how many hits you got if you won the game. Literally doesn't matter. I will say this. At least we are not the Boston Red Sox, and at least we are not the San Francisco Giants. We are trending in a much better direction than either of those
We can
teams.
have higher standards than not the Red Sox or the Giants.
Both several-time world champions. Which would be harder for you? Is it the climb to getting your first one or winning so many and then being a big steaming pile of poop? That would bother me more than, hey, man, we're just on the climb. We're on the come. We're trying to get one. But to have experienced a few of the greatest World Series championship teams of all time, and then to watch your organization turn into diarrhea.
I keep hearing from Padres fans, just give me one and I don't care what happens the rest of my life. But you would. Once you won one,
fine.
You're not going to want to see your team go and just
to the crapper.
Finish in last place. I promise you that.
My standards are to go win a World Series. Yeah, for sure. But I look at these teams and every day something happens or comes out where you go, oh my God, how would you handle this? Like in the media or as a fan? They got that kid. I think he works for Barstool. The kid Hogdale. Have you ever seen him?
No.
You never seen Hogdale?
Hogdale.
Paulie, pull a little flake.
How do they come up with their names?
I have
Barstool.
There's a lot of Hog has been used way too much into a popular culture, but he is the ultimate crash out king. And so it's one of those things where, like, when they lose, I'm like, let's see what this guy has.
Crank your hog.
Let's see what this guy says. And
time to drop trout and hog out.
Yeah. He loses his mind. I thought he was going to have a heart attack last night. Like, he's a bigger dude.
What's his name? Hog?
Just go to Hogdale on Twitter. Hogdale. He curses a lot, so be careful. You can just play. All you need is 10 seconds, man, and to listen to this guy crash out. He's unbelievable. So, again, I'm not trying to find comfort in the misery of others. KG says he can't crash out better than Frank the Tank. It's 20 times better because it's actually, you can hear what he's saying. It's not just, he's pretty articulate dude, but he crashes out. So we're not quite there yet. They were even talking about it on the broadcast.
It's the funniest baseball team on planet Earth. There's no team like this one. There is no team like the 2026 Boston Red Sox.
I'm scared to play anymore.
It's hard, dude. He loses his mind. It's
the first word I heard when I pressed play randomly was the F
or
word.
something. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
He's a nut. He's a nut. So, yeah, like my standards are higher, but these organizations are really headed in the wrong direction. You could say that about ours, right? Until they actually win their first one. But it's an interesting thought of like, because they both teams, and we're talking recent history, right? Recent last 20 years, they've won a lot of World Series championships, and to see what their organizations have become it's wild. It's truly wild. Both should be competing every year for the top spot.
I was just trying to think when Ben was like, when you guys were saying like, would you rather be the team that just gets the one, like, hey, I just need one and I'm good. After
Texas
that.
Rangers.
Because then you're yeah. I mean, I was trying to think of like,
you can't take it away though.
The Angels kind of came to mind.
Can't
because
take
like,
it away.
Then you're the Angels. Like, yeah, they won 24 years ago and they haven't really done anything since.
Yep.
And every good decision that they've made has been a bad one.
Every good decision.
The Nationals.
Yeah. You said every good decision they've made has been a bad one.
I did?
Yeah.
Just every decision.
Just every decition.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Every bad decision they made was
It's been a good one. Well, they were talking about it on the broadcast last night. The San Diego Padres and the trajectory that, they have been on. And but yeah, man, it was good. Listen, a 1-0 win it's excruciating to watch, but at least they got it done. I felt pretty confident once more at home.
Last night's game didn't change much about my outlook. No. It was certainly great to see Michael King pitch well. We'll talk about that, but I think the Padres remain very close to being a bad team and very close to being a good team.
It's very
but
odd.
They're not either right now, and they've got to decide at some point whether they're a bad team or a good team.
I would hope that they would decide that they're a good team.
I would like to see that as well.
I would like to see that. Yeah. That would be my choice. But again, you do feel sometimes with this team like you're just dangling on the edge, man. You're just looking over the thing like, wow, that's deep down there. There's a couple little ledges for the fall down, but it was great. I mean, it's a great win, and they showed up defensively. Obviously, Jackson Merrill was spectacular. I thought Michael King getting through 7. I think Craig Stammen deserves a lot of credit for letting Michael King get through that last inning. It'd be very easy to go, all right, he gave up a hit, I'm out. And there was loud outs all night. The Braves hit the ball well. The top 3 exit velos last night were all the Atlanta Braves.
Go 6, Adam, Morhone, Miller.
Yeah, that's it. No, he went 7.
No, right.
But he could have.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, could have.
The panic.
Nobody's mad at that, right?
I think we were all a little nervous. Jason Adam hasn't exactly been locked in late.
He needs a blow, dude. He needs a breather.
That's the blueprint.
Yeah. That's the blueprint.
Yeah.
And the fact that he goes, I'm gonna let Kinger go out there at 88 pitches or something to get through the 7th. I think Craig deserves credit for that.
Could help Michael King going forward as well.
Yeah,
that
no doubt.
Extra boost of confidence seems like it'll be a good thing for him.
It was an enjoyable game in the fact that Jackson Merrill flashing that leather out there is always fun to see. But yes, 1-0 win. You started this thing with a win. Now you only have to win 1 of 2 to get a series win, Ben. You see how math works?
We will discuss it, but I wanted to ask you, can I ask you about what I saw downstairs in the parking lot?
No.
Okay, not yet.
No.
Okay. How was your day then yesterday?
All right, I guess we have to talk about it now. Why didn't you ask me before the show if you could ask me?
I was waiting until it was official, and I just thought, now it's official.
If you asked me before.
Sorry.
But if you asked me on the air, then I'm forced.
I did kind of force your hand there.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's not that big a deal. It was just I was going to work it into my new spot today.
Oh, well. I mean, if you want to surprise everybody.
Yeah, I got a new to me Sedano Ford F-150.
It's cool.
STX. Did you see it?
It's cool.
Yeah.
You saw it? It's beautiful, man.
Took me at first I was like, oh man, he's usually here by now. And I was like,
oh yeah, there she is. I never thought, well, in my younger years, I never thought I would be a truck guy. And since I became a dad and more importantly, a coach that has to lug, you should see the amount of crap that I have to lug around wherever I go.
Bro, when I coached high school baseball, I had
you have a shed, though,
I had
don't
a
you?
Ford. Well, I had a shed, yes, but I still had to bring a bunch of equipment with me that I wanted to have with me, or traveling to road games or whatever. I had a Ford, not an F-150, but I had a Ford Ranger, but still a pickup truck.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine coaching without a pickup truck,
Bro,
honestly.
So, and you guys know that every kid now has a baseball bag that's the size of Rhode Island, right? Like every bag is 4 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and they all roll like suitcases.
Right.
Every kid, not just my spoiled kid. All the kids they're called Boombas. Try to jam. Hey, can you give so-and-so a ride to practice? Sure. Hey, can you give so-and-so a ride to practice? Sure. You've got all the coaches here. Dude, they're huge. They are huge. You put one on the stream, it's nuts. Trying to jam 3 Boombas, all the buckets of balls, the tees, the wagons, everything in there. It is insane. So now I don't have to worry about it. And my sweet, sweet angel wife is going to take it next week when I'm in Chicago and get the fold on the back, the cover for the bed. So you put your stuff in, cover it up, and it's good to go.
Well, I just wanted to bring it up because I wanted to make sure you're okay, because I looked up signs of a midlife crisis, and one is a sudden drastic change in appearance.
There you go.
Another one is increased spending or buying big ticket items.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that you're not checking any of these other boxes. Are you making any, or have you quit a job recently? Or perhaps pull away from longtime friends?
No.
Okay, so you're still good.
Yeah.
Okay, because we've got a couple of signs here of the midlife crisis here. You shaved your head.
I did.
And then you got a truck. We're heading down that road.
It was more about the price that I got on it.
Okay.
And it's also more about that I needed one. And my car at the time had about 106,000, which I had more.
Responsible decisions, a good summer haircut, and
that's how I'm.
And a dependable truck for family purposes is not a midlife crisis. I just wanted to make sure.
That's how you'd know if I had a midlife crisis. Believe you me. Believe you me. And like I said yesterday,
substance use.
No, decreased.
Let me see your eyes. Okay, you look good. I don't see no
crystal
bloodshot
clear.
eyes. All right.
Way decreased substance use. Way. No midlife crisis for me. But it's cool. I drove in this morning, was like, I feel like Billy Bob Thornton in Landman. I did. I was like,
this situation is about to come to a head.
This is
I'm going to take it there.
I was like, this is. No, Paulie, I'm like a Morgan Wallen hillbilly, like a high-tech redneck. You know what I mean?
You listened to Jelly Roll this morning, didn't you?
I did not listen to Jesse Roll. Jesse Roll?
Jesse
we have
Roll.
Jesse Agler coming up later. Jelly Roll.
Jelly Agler.
Jelly Agler. He'd love that nickname, I'm sure. I never thought I would be a truck guy till recently. It's been calling me. Somebody goes, Woodsy's going to be on here next week telling us how great Havasu is. I will say, there's a few things out there. You can write them down. If I buy a motorcycle, then you know. If I buy a boat, then you'll know. If I buy jet skis, then you'll know. Oh, he's done.
A pontoon and jet skis for your trip to Havasu.
He is done. No, I love it though.
Okay, good.
I do. I love it.
Good.
And I have my first practice. Well, I practice tonight, but it'll be my first loading the gear in the truck. It has those cool tie downs in the back too. I have no idea how to use them, but they're there. It's I have no idea how to click.
I'll show you.
But I know how to click them like a seatbelt. I just never know how to get them off. If I crank it one way, it doesn't. I can't get them to unstrap. You know what I'm saying? I know how to put them on and I know how to do that. It's just, the getting it off.
Just pull down the clip.
I feel like
it releases.
I feel like I never can get it out.
Is the ones with the ratchet?
Yeah. You know
down?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It has those in the back.
Bend it up and
Yeah. So
I wouldn't know how to use it.
It's really beautiful, man. It really is. It's like clay colored. It's nice. Awesome. It rides like a dream. You guys are gonna love it.
Sorry, I forced your hand to bring that up.
That's okay.
Before you were ready.
Trying to think of anything I could bring up.
Well, you could bring up what I did yesterday.
What did you do?
Well, I was told at Channel 10 that they needed to shoot some promotional material with me.
Yes.
There was a still shoot and a video shoot that I had to do a little after lunchtime.
Basically a nightmare for me. If they said we have to do that here, I would.
Now I don't have any video from the shoot in studio, which is, it seems early, but we're already promoting the fact that Super Bowl 61 is going to be on ABC 10. We haven't had Super Bowl in 20 years, I don't think. But the game is going to be on ABC 10. There's like a promo that all the sports anchors in different markets are doing. It's tied in with like Toy Story.
Yeah.
And they had me in the studio reading some lines and tossing a football, which I really didn't want to do, but they really wanted me to be holding the football, kind of spin it and toss it
in front of a green screen. I bet, huh?
So we will see how that turns out.
Oh my God.
I don't have that. But then they wanted to do some still shots as well. So we went to the green screen and took just some promotional pictures. And when we were done, and Steve, our guy who does the pictures, sent them to me, he said, "Do you like any of these?" And I said, I mean, I don't know. I guess they're fine. And he said, "I don't like them. You look tired and sleepy in all of them." And I go, "I look tired and sleepy in all my pictures."
Who said this?
Steve, the guy who took the pictures of me.
Is he a photographer?
Yeah, well, he's our creative services, design guy. So
did you tell him, you know my schedule?
Yeah, man, I work 2 full-time jobs.
I am tired and sleepy.
I'm not sure what
sad.
I didn't feel particular. I mean, it was Monday. It's not like I had a long week. I just got off the weekend. But, I had done the entire show with you guys in the morning and got up early. But Paulie's got the pictures. I wanted to get your opinion. Do I look sleepy in the pictures?
Look great.
They look like me, right?
Let me get my glasses.
So now we have to reschedule and do it again when I don't look as sleepy.
Bring it in closer, Paulie. Let me see.
I may be squinting a little bit.
There's some bags under your eyes. I
may...
gave you some cream.
I've been using my cream.
All right, you sure?
Yeah, almost every day.
I mean, if Blake Snell was on the news, that's what he would look like. Just, hey, what's up? We have the Super Bowl. It's coming in January. Hey, Blake, wake up.
I put on makeup for that and everything.
You look great. I think you look totally normal like yourself.
Just normal like myself.
Here's what you're not going to look normal like yourself doing: tossing a football to yourself.
Know.
I can't wait for it.
I am nervous about how that's going to.
Remember when they.
And you just know it's going to be one of those promos that you're watching. Like every time you watch ABC 10, it's going to like pop up and you're going to be tired of it because this is for the Super Bowl and that's in February and we're in June. So how many months are they going to be running this thing?
When's it going to be ready? Like soon?
I don't know how long it's going to take.
So let's say they start it conservatively in July. July, August, September, October, November, December, January. It's 8 months of torture. Every time. Here's Ben.
Yeah. Exactly. Tossing it up. I tried to do the no look. I wanted to do a tight spin, catch it, but not really look so I could still be looking at the camera like I was.
Can I say that you look unnatural miming it?
I know.
You even miming it looks morbidly unnatural.
This was not my idea. I said, can we do it without the football? And they said, we want to do it with the football.
At least they didn't make you get down like you're a center and hike it to Kimberly Hunt behind you, who's got her hand up in your taint.
We remember what our pictures holding a baseball bat looked like and how bad that looked for me.
I will never forgive that guy for that photo shoot, ever. He knows who he is. I'll never forgive him. And I know for a fact he picked the worst pictures.
Don't even do it.
Paulie, I'm telling you right now, I know what you're doing. Don't even do it.
I don't even look great like in a picture holding a golf club. And that's what I do.
You love golf.
But any other sport, it just looks progressively worse anytime you take a picture of me with any other sporting equipment.
They make us do it at fantasy camp. Paulie knows. At the end, when they're like, okay, grab the bat, and you're standing there like holding the bat against your it's horrific.
Some guys will use like their glove.
Yeah, they like hold their glove out.
I hate posing for a photo.
If I never took another picture of myself again, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine. You're not going to see a lot of selfies from me. Maybe one when I'm in Hawaii or something, but you're not going to see a lot of this because I don't like the way I look. So it's not, and I especially don't like the way I look when it's for like work. Oh no, did you do it?
Old promotional picture. Now, this is the one that Paulie's showing now is like 14 chins between the two of us. Woods is just a floating head, pretty much.
Oh, I hate that picture so much. I hate it so much, dude.
Oh.
We are the worst.
It's just awful.
I hate it. I'm so mad at that guy. Yeah, I'm so mad at that guy. He picked the worst pictures of us. It was on the big screen at Petco Park, dude. It was on the big screen.
Yes. That picture was on the big screen of us holding, just so bad. Oh.
I actually saw that picture on the scoreboard at Petco recently, because that was we had the 8-year anniversary of that, or 9 year anniversary of that happening was just a few weeks ago. So I saw that recently and I was like, man, that was really cool. They did the whole tune into Ben and Woods.
It wasn't cool. It was horrible. It was horrible. I would have rather taken a picture with my pants off than
I thought it was cool.
Picture. It was horrible. Horrible. It's one of the worst nights.
Paulie, how come you're not in any of these pictures?
Well, yeah, for real. It is terrible.
You got off lightly.
It is terrible. So we'll be looking for that.
Yes.
Now, you don't have the video.
Keep an eye. I do not have the video yet. Do not have the video, so we'll have to wait on that. It could be a few days, could be a couple of weeks. I don't know, but you will see it eventually. I can almost guarantee.
Here is the painting that was hanging in the walls of the Mighty 1090 that Ray Charles painted by feeling our face and painted it. I look like I was a professional boxer who just got hit with a pan in the nose. It's the worst.
I'm just very shiny.
There's Joe Totino in the middle. You look more like Joe Totino than Joe does, which is the weird part. No, luckily Adam's such a great boss. He's never been like, "Hey, you guys need to update your photos or whatever." I won't do it. Just that's like, I refuse.
Well,
I'm not.
I'll do it. I'll do it if the next time Adam and Odyssey want to do a marketing campaign for us.
Fair. You guys want to put some marketing behind the show. And fine, maybe get us a female co-host, Katie Wu. Great.
Rescue her from the Dodgers.
Yeah, rescue her from the Dodgers. Fine, no problem. I will do all the photo shoots that you want. But until that day comes, you're gonna have to go with what we gave you 8 years ago. Anyway, we only have 6 months here left anyway. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe the next place will probably. That's the one reason I don't know that I would want to go somewhere else, because they would make us do it.
It's a good point.
They would really make us do it. But then again, that means
you're not supposed to say that.
They would put marketing behind
Adam
it.
hears that and he goes, "Oh, they don't want to go anywhere else. They don't want to take pictures."
Oh, I would love to go somewhere else.
Take lots of pictures.
That's a good point, Paulie.
Lots
of whatever they need. Here. Whatever they need. Whatever they need.
All right.
Just joking, Adam. Just relax.
Shall we get going here on a Tuesday? All right. It is an Incorporator Tuesday. We'll set the menu for what else we've got coming up on the program today, and we will get to a Padres wrap-up. Only one offensive highlight, but plenty of defense, plenty of pitching last night at Petco Park in the homestand opener. It's all coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, there's a certain feeling late in a close game. Had it last night. Everything matters. One bad break can change the outcome. For a lot of people, retirement feels the same way. It probably shouldn't. You've worked hard, you saved, but the questions keep coming. Will this money last? What happens if the market drops? What about healthcare costs? What does inflation do over the next 20 or 30 years? That uncertainty is real. Trajan Wealth helps people turn that uncertainty into a plan. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors work with you to build a retirement strategy designed for real life, not just best case scenarios. Right here in San Diego, offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. They've helped me. I've got my son set up now with an account. It's never too early to get going with a retirement plan. So if it's something you've been thinking about, start simple. Visit TRAJANwealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN1 to talk with their team. 1-855-TRAJAN1. And again, you can find more information online at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Did go down to the Padres clubhouse pregame yesterday.
How'd that go?
Welcome them back. It was kind of laid back yesterday. I got to talk to Samad Taylor for the first time.
How's
Seems
he
like
doing?
a really good dude.
Yeah, he does.
Just very positive, very embracing of the moment and just the opportunity that he's had to play every day, really, for the San Diego Padres.
It was weird when he got a day off the other day.
Yeah, and he got moved down to 9th in the order, which I kind of saw the idea behind it. Didn't really work yesterday as he lost his hitting streak at 12. But
Bo asked me the same thing, and I said, recently, if you've noticed, the bottom of the order has been coming up in some situations where we might need a little bit better bat, and he's really fast too. And so you kind of have that double lead off. I love the idea because I've
always liked it.
I have too, and it doesn't mean you're not a good player because you're hitting 9th. It in fact means we actually trust you a lot because you're hitting 9th in this case. And after the first day, or after the first go around, doesn't really matter at this point. But you do hate to take ABs away from a guy that's really hot, and I can totally understand that. That being said, it makes your lineup a little bit more balanced, and you don't have that sinking little league feeling of like, if you four don't get on and do some damage, we're dead. We are dead. So no pressure, but some of the kids after you aren't quite as good, and so you kind of help try to alleviate that a little bit at the bottom. I loved the idea. the fact that I wish we had a couple more guys that were swinging it better so he could be more near the top where he could do damage like he has.
Well, I was standing in the clubhouse as well, waiting for players to come by their lockers. AJ Preller walked by. Seemed like he was fairly determined to head down that hallway toward like the training room and area. But
Good morning, guys.
As he walked in and he looked and saw me, he stopped for a second, paused, looked across the room and went, "Hey," and then continued on his merry way. So I did have that interaction with AJ yesterday.
Hey, that's it.
That was it. Yeah. Hey,
Now you went and saw Steve Kerr at the golf course. You went up, gave him a hug.
I did. Can you imagine trying to hug AJ Preller?
I've hugged him, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think I bro hug him every time I see him.
I'm not even sure I've ever
It's
touched
a little
him.
awkward.
I'm not sure I've ever touched him.
He's a little bit. It's a little bit of an awkward.
Yeah, we're both
bro
so
hug.
awkward. I think we both just recognize
These
we're
guys
not
just
going to make any physical contact whatsoever, and we're both okay with it.
They bump dongs and move on with their day.
We give you a nod, like, hey, and that's pretty much our
I can see them like
interaction.
bumping hips, like
Hey!
side.
That
would be amazing.
I was looking for our friend Jake Cronenworth. He wasn't there. And then Annie Halpern reported later that he is in Arizona, continuing his rehab toward a potential return.
Should I see if he can bring me some Zen when he comes back?
Possibly.
Put it in order.
Crony, if you don't mind, there's that QT right by the facility.
Did see you, Darvish was down there briefly. Did not get to say hello, so still have not really advanced where our relationship stands with you, Darvish.
You wanted me to bother him at his child's Little League game, but you did not say hello to him in the clubhouse of the San Diego
I did
Padres.
not. This is his workplace,
Okay.
so I did not bother him.
Well, he was with his family when I saw him.
Saw Manuel Arturo Machado.
Yes. He of the recent power surge.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Manny. I will say, I thought he was looking really lean when I saw him yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot of hubbub online.
People, I saw the accusation when Manny, slumping, obviously, that maybe he's out of shape. I think it's the opposite. If anything, he's as lean as I have seen him in a San Diego Padres uniform.
Now, you saw him with his shirt off?
No, just
like shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, just his normal, outfit. And I think, he wears his uniform in kind of a baggy way that
Old school,
is not necessarily showing off his physique, but I really don't think whatever the struggles that Manny has had, don't think it has anything to do with putting on any extra weight or anything, because he looked quite svelte actually when I saw him yesterday.
I've actually seen like, oh, he's out of shape and he's slow, and I'm like, did you just start watching Manny Machado? Like,
he's never been super fast,
right?
Has he lost a half a step? Maybe, I don't know, but
I mean, maybe. But has anyone really ever expected much speed out of Manny Machado? Like,
listen,
ever?
man, when you're scuffling as badly as he was, whatever, you're gonna look for anything and everything, and you can find it to explain it.
Yeah, and I spent some time with Jesse Agler, who will join us this morning at 8:35 on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it's better, and Incorporator Tuesday. We talked about the road trip that he was on and the cities that he visited, which I think it's interesting because especially like Dallas, and you live there as well.
Yeah.
And he said, they got good baseball fans, but they're not really a team that captures the consciousness of the city.
No.
It's Cowboys. It's college football.
It's the Dallas Stars. It's the Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavericks. I mean, they're hiring a new coach. It's like the Rangers are so low on their pecking order.
Then you have
in Dallas. It's kind of weird, but they draw okay, and it's not. They have their fans, but it's not. You don't go around the city and feel
Texas
like people
Rangers.
are talking about the Texas Rangers at all.
There's not, and it's one of the reasons. And you guys, longtime listeners of this program, know my radio Jesus is a guy from Dallas named Mike Reiner, and Mike Reiner was on a show called The Hardline, and he bucked convention back then, and he talked baseball, which is immediately what drew me to it. The great game is what he calls it.
The Texas Rangers,
and he would instead of just cowboy talk, he would go against the grain and do baseball. And he built this huge following, and he's a legend. And that's why but I noticed it from a young age. It was like, bro, you guys would talk about, college football. the Rangers are probably 5th or 6th.
Well, I mean,
and
I talked about with Jesse about this. It's, Texas and Texas A&M and Texas Tech, none of which are in Dallas, but they have so many alums in the city that they will spend
SMU,
all
you name
week
it,
talking about those teams.
That's right.
Over the Texas Rangers. Yeah. But then that's the opposite of St. Louis, where they went right before, very much like San Diego, actually, in terms of, they've got the Blues as well, but Cardinals town totally, 100%. Especially after the Rams moved back to Los Angeles. It's like everything is St. Louis Cardinals in that town, and like the entire region is just it's Cardinals there. So totally different spots on that road trip.
You watch the Texas Rangers this weekend, and it's like they got some good arms. Obviously, you have Jacob deGrom pitching for you, and Nathan Eovaldi. Like, you got some good arms. You look around the field, though, and you go, there's some good young players, but not
Wyatt Langford.
Okay. Right, but not the I've got to drive out to Arlington to watch so-and-so play. And even when they had Corey Seager, it was like Corey Seager's like the quietest. He's not a big,
He's not going to.
There's not a lot of pizzazz.
He's not going to make a lot of noise in Texas. With other people talking about the Cowboys.
It's just not a lot of pizzazz.
I mean, was there whatever 23 that they won, 22, 23, whatever year they won their champion? Like, was that just full of bandwagon fans in Texas? Were they just the talk of the town for a couple of months and then right back to football?
Right back to it.
Yeah,
crazy. Right back to it. And that's probably the radio station's biggest nightmare.
Them
is going on a run in October.
Yeah.
Is like, well, how do we split this?
The Cowboys are 3-3, and people still think they got, they're going to really. This is the year.
This is the year. It's crazy. It's crazy, but no, he's absolutely right.
So we'll talk more with Jesse coming up at 8:35. We'll also have our regular features. Don't do this. Our MLB reach around, take on Woods, our Rindle report, and we've got some giveaways as well. Just like yesterday, we have those tickets to Zach Top coming to Pechanga Arena, but we also have some tickets today, and you might have seen the teaser on social media. Friday's game, Padres Dodgers at Petco Park. You will have a chance, if you listen to this program, to win a pair of tickets to Friday night's game against the Dodgers, but you will need to listen for our special sounder. When you hear it, call 833-288-0973, and we'll take the third caller when you hear it. And this will be, Paulie picked our sounder for the day because it is the Dodgers and the Padres.
I think it only makes sense.
Tommy Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends.
Yeah.
All right. So when you hear me say that particular sentence, call 833-288-0973 between now and 10 a.m., and you will have a chance to win Padres Dodgers tickets for Friday night. Padres fans preferred, but I guess we can't verify that on the phone.
That's true. Damn it.
That's the problem. Anyone can call in. And we know Dodgers fans listen to this program.
Dodger fans.
More than anybody.
Thanks for the new truck, Dodger fans. Really appreciate it.
All right, we will come back with our Padres wrap up and talk about last night's 1-0 win over the team that did have the best record in baseball until the Padres beat them, and now the Dodgers have the best record in baseball, the Atlanta Braves. That is coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
If you're heading into Mission Valley on the 163 in the southbound direction with slowdowns just before the 805 because of a crash that has all lanes blocked. I'm Abby Curlette, Odyssey San Diego Traffic.
Traffic report brought to you by Soapy Joe's. Hey Mira Mesa, Soapy Joe's is now open on Camino Ruiz. Fresh paint, shiny new vacuums, same amazing suds. Sign up today for just $9.99 your first month at any wash club level at Camino Ruiz only. Visit SoapyJoesCarWash.com for more details. Good, clean, fun.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap-up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
1-0 in the air to very deep right center field. Long run, Merrill. All the way back, onto the track, leaps up, makes the catch, and comes down right in front of the wall. Gonna hang a star for Jackson Merrill. going back to make a play and taking away extra bases from Michael Harris II. 1-2 hit in the air deep to left center field. Harris is racing back at the wall, looking up, gonna go! Line drive, home run into the bullpen, and Manny Machado does it again. His 14th of the year is a lead shot here at the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Padres have struck. It's 1-0. Riley leading at first base. 2-2. The pitch to Mateo. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with a changeup as Mateo went down to a knee and whipped. Michael King, 7 shutout innings. All with a 1-run lead. Here's another 0-2. Yastrzemski takes strike 3 called. Slider perfectly breaks over the heart of the plate. Yastrzemski will challenge. He will lose that challenge, and the ball game will be over. Mason Miller comes on and does the job, his 21st save of the year. And for the 3rd time this season, the Padres, a 1-0 win. They take game 1 of this series over the Atlanta Braves, and somehow King and Morejon and Miller make Manny Machado's 4th inning home run stand up.
Certainly have the type of bullpen that can make a 1-0 game stand up. You saw that at its best right there. King 7, Morejon for 1, Miller for 1. Padres take game 1.
How nice was it to get that version of Michael King back?
Yeah, real nice. I think he's got something with the Braves that feels pretty good for him. Found his stuff tonight, had a good fastball command, had the changeup really working. Sweeper was going good too, and anytime he gave up a hit, he got right back at, the next couple of hitters and got him out.
As a pitcher, do you really appreciate a 1-0 game? I mean, especially if you win, but just everything it takes to make a 1-0 game, the contributors.
Yeah. It takes a whole team to have to throw a shutout. It took their whole team to only give 1 run, and the 1 run was a home run. It wasn't like there was a rally put together or anything like that. So it shows that the defenses are playing good. It shows that the pitchers are making pitches. They're able to pitch in and out of jams. It's just a good old-fashioned baseball game, pitcher's duel. We all fell in love with as kids.
Michael King, something with the Braves, Greg Stammen says.
Do we get a Stammen laugh there?
I think we got a little Stammen laugh.
We did right at the end. Hang on.
The
old-fashioned baseball game, pitcher's duel. We all fell in love with as kids.
I've always loved managers fake laugh.
The reference of something with the Braves, of course, the 12 strikeout playoff performance in 2024, one of the best of Michael King's career. Manager laughs, yes.
You have one of Bob Melvin.
Don't remember Bob.
I don't think he ever smiled
laughing
or laughed ever
That's
once.
a good point.
What did he have to smile or laugh about, to be honest?
That's good. Well, I mean, they did have
they went pretty
to
far,
the National League Championship Series in 2022 under
did.
Bob.
Satisfying.
Was that Bob?
Satisfying.
Yeah. It's Bob.
Satisfying.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, Michael King and his performance last night.
I was nervous.
Yeah, he was
early.
You brought it up earlier. He was hit hard a few times, some liners up the middle, some very deep flies. Jackson Merrill making several outstanding plays. But Craig Stammen is right. A shutout is rarely about just the starting pitcher.
100%.
It's about the defense behind him. It's about getting a little bit lucky, and it's about the bullpen finishing it off, as Adrian Morejon and Mason Miller did quite effectively, even though it got a little nervous there with a couple on in the 9th against Mason Miller after he got the first 2 outs.
Yep.
Still comes through with the slider, just frozen challenge. This is just might use it to lose it. Game's over, but it's still going to be over. You're just delaying the inevitable for a second as the Padres do get that 1-0 win. It's interesting. The recent run where you'd say is the Padres kind of biggest struggles of the season started after that 1-0 win over the Dodgers. Remember, they took the division lead for a day. This is the first 1-0 game they've played since then. Maybe bookend, and now they can start playing good baseball again. We'll see. I mean, this is obviously a tough stretch. We said yesterday, if the Padres go 6-7 over the next 13 against the Braves, the Dodgers, the Cubs, and the Dodgers, that's not the worst outcome to still be above 500. Getting the first win certainly makes that task, a little more achievable now. You only need to go 5-7. Now you're going like, well, maybe you can do a little bit better than 6-7. Just get that first win, though, just helps you get off on the right foot on this homestand.
Just go 1-0, baby. That's it. Just go 1-0 today and find a way to win that game, just like you did last night, man. Mason Miller was outstanding. I know, again, a couple guys on, but his 102.9 last night on the heater, I think, to Michael Harris is unfair. I mean, it's just it was just absolutely unfair that he drops that slider in on Yastrzemski to end the game. But they were hitting Kinger pretty hard. And, they mentioned on the broadcast, he has trouble with the first guy in the inning, but he wriggled his way out of
second inning, especially.
Yeah.
Had the runners at first and third,
Yes.
had the little dribbler. Guy didn't go with the third. It was second and third, and then got out of the inning. That was huge because the game could have been completely different. The Braves score 1 or 2 there. Padres playing from behind. You know how well
we know how it goes.
That happens against Grant Holmes was a decent starting pitcher. Yeah. Was effective for the most part against the San Diego Padres, but getting that 1-run lead on Manny Machado's home run just changes the equation for the San Diego Padres. It seems so important that either they have the lead or they don't in a game. Like, they have the lead, you feel pretty good because, they've got that bullpen waiting for you. The other team feels the pressure. Like, we have to score soon or we're facing Morahone and Miller and we are toast. And if the Padres are behind, you just feel like that offense, you're asking a lot for them to come back in some of those games. Manny Machado, after our whole discussion with Craig Elston yesterday about offensive players need to challenge more.
No.
Manny Machado challenges an ABS in the first inning.
Yep.
Terrible challenge by Manny, which then made everybody gun shy the rest of the game.
Correct.
When there was like 9 other times where it was like, challenge that. It's not even close to the plate, but they wouldn't because they didn't want to lose their last challenge. So that losing that challenge certainly had an impact on the rest of the game for the San Diego Padres. But of course, Manny made up for it with the home run, the only run of the game. And by the way, we're just under the halfway mark of the season. Manny at 14 home runs. Guess who's on pace for
his normal 28 to
30 home runs is Manny Machado.
It is crazy.
Not the average.
Not the average.
But the power and the RBI numbers are still not too bad.
You keep throwing up 2 for 3s, you'll be fine. Also walked. So that's good. It's good to see. Tatis's OPS is finally over 700. You want to be around 800 if you're a guy like Fernando Tatis, 800 or higher. I think his WRC plus is over 100, Ben, for the first time. So it's been a slow climb for these guys, but that's kind of just trying to chip away at the win-loss record, chip away at your numbers, and Manny keeps doing what he's done the last 3 games. He'll be fine.
And I want to bring it up again that you mentioned Craig Stammen sticking with Michael King through the 6th and the 7th inning.
It's really important to
when, Matt Olson was on the entire 6th inning, but Michael King stranded him even after that kind of unlucky Ty France error where it looked like they'd get him at second base and it just hit his outstretched hand as it went by. I mean, you could say France needs to change his throwing lane a little bit, but he, the odds of a ball hitting a guy's hand is just perfect. Unlucky.
It was a perfect throw. The hand, you go down a slide, the hand comes up and it just boom. Right. At first I was like, Xander, what are you doing? How'd you miss it? Then they slowed it down and you're like, oh yeah, nobody's catching that.
Yeah.
It was a great throw by Ty France. Perfect. It was like right on the money. Nothing you can do different, nothing you should do different at all. Just baseball sometimes.
And then in the 7th, with another runner on, striking out Jorge Mateo there to end the 7th inning. One of his best pitches finished the night, brought Mateo to his knees. And it wasn't a huge strikeout game other than Drake Baldwin, who couldn't seem to see at all against Michael King. His 3 at-bats, all strikeouts. It really was mostly contact, good defense, and minimizing the damage, making sure that the guys who got on did not get all the way around and score against Michael King in that game yesterday.
Yeah, agreed, man. Really, really nice win. One that they should be, very, very proud of, and hope to build on today.
In game 2 of the series, back to a normal 6:40 start. Mud and Dawn, Padres TV, as opposed to the ESPN broadcast last night, which had its ups and downs.
Dave Fleming is good.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Davis clone, but he's pretty good. Eduardo Perez.
There's a couple, like the analysis of Tatis's swing was kind of okay, I thought, from Eduardo, but it's some different stuff in the broadcast last night. It'll be J.R. Ritchie against Griffin Canning or an opener again. Not sure if Padres going to go that direction. We'll have more on that. Of course, a huge trade in basketball last night. All coming up, hour number 2. Ben Woods on the Fan. all morning to hear Woods' reaction to the Giannis trade.
I just was blown away. Talked about it yesterday. Boston or Miami, and Miami made the better offer, allegedly.
4 players,
Draft
4 draft picks, swap. It's hard to keep track of it all.
Dude, it is. Yeah. It is. Swap, let's see. Give you the full rundown.
Please.
Here. Bucks traded 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo with Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Herro, Khalil Ware, Kasparius Jakusionis.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Jack. Can you say it?
I don't really know.
Great. And
I can say it. I just want to hear you say it.
Kasparius Jakusionis. Great. 3 first-round draft picks, including number 13 this year. 1 pick
tonight,
swap.
13 tonight.
Tonight. 1 second-rounder. Man. So, how close are the Heat?
So
is this what they need?
This is why, as big as that trade was, a massive trade, 2-time MVP, huge deal. And, pair him with Bam Adebayo. I just don't know that the Heat are really contenders, even with those 2 guys.
Is Jimmy Butler still there?
Jimmy Butler is still there. Yeah. No, he's not still there. We went to this. He went to the Golden State Warriors.
That's right. That's right.
They'll win some games, obviously, but Giannis is
31 years
getting
old,
on the later side of his career.
14th NBA.
To me, this is Pat Riley doing something dramatic in his, later years. He said, "I'm never retiring. I'm just going to basically do this job until I'm dead."
Until I die.
But, it hasn't been working, so he's making a major gamble and a major shakeup with all these draft picks. I just don't know that. Are they better than the Knicks? Are they better than the Sixers? Are they better than the Celtics in the East just by making this trade? And I don't know that the answer is yes. They'll be relevant for sure with Giannis and Adebayo, but I don't know that this is like a league-altering trade. It certainly alters the future course of both the Heat and the Bucks.
I wonder.
But the NBA, I just don't think so.
I don't know. I wonder, in the NBA, you have a salary cap, so he knows what he's going to make, like the Supermax or whatever those contracts are for him. He knows what he's going to be making. It kind of, to me, it sounds like it's like, do you want to live in Boston? Do you want to live in Miami?
Yeah.
And if you're Giannis, you're 31 years old, you're kind of on the back 9 at least of your career. You're like, maybe pretty comfortable in Miami, get to hang out with, learn from Pat Riley and be mentored by Pat Riley. Like, it's not the worst call, but they were like the last team in, I think, is what I saw in the standings from last year. They're the last team to get into the 10-team playoffs.
Yeah, it doesn't
in the East.
I don't think it changes 10 to 2 or something with this move in my
10
mind.
to 7, maybe 10 to 6.
Now, if they get some other decisions right, and but now they don't have the draft picks necessarily to bring in other young, good players. So
Him
they
going to Boston would have been interesting.
They're going to need to find some good role players to go along with those guys. And if that all works out, then maybe magic season comes through for the Heat. But to me, they're just a little short.
All right. Well, you guys just let me know when the finals are. Because that was phenomenal.
It's in about 50 weeks.
11 months and 2 weeks.
Let me know.
Until the next NBA finals.
That was great. It was great.
But that was the big headline in the sports world yesterday, obviously. 2 ones. And the Dusty May going to the Mavericks was also a big headline. In the
I actually will just say one more thing on that, because I haven't even looked into it, but I saw that ESPN said the trade won't become official until July 6th because they have to leave some framework of the contract open for if and when expansion is approved, whether that's Vegas and Seattle or just Seattle or whatever they're going to end up doing. But they have to wait before they finalize the deal because I'm sure there's so much money, shared between the teams and all that. So they're waiting until all that's figured out.
One of the realities we may have to deal with as baseball fans, if the new CBA looks anything like the NBA's in terms of revenue sharing, whether it's a hard cap, soft cap, luxury tax, first apron, second apron, is baseball could get a lot more complicated the way that basketball is. in terms of, we have to wait until this date before we can execute this trade because we've got money that needs to be set aside for 1 year versus the other year. Baseball has some of that with the luxury tax, but it could have a whole lot more of it after the next CBA in terms of, teams that have to meet the minimum and, 3-year rolling averages and payrolls. And our brains are going to explode as baseball fans. It's not one of my favorite things about basketball is how complicated and really it actually is very limiting. Like free agency is not huge in basketball anymore because teams
tiers, right?
Teams just have their, sign their own guys to the max deals, even like Trae Young, which made very little sense for the Wizards, I thought yesterday, to sign Trae Young to a near max deal, but that's really their only option. It's like, well, I mean, if we want to have a star, he's the one we can sign to, that kind of money. So they did. And you rarely see the big free agent signings anymore because the economics doesn't make it really work in the NBA. Will that happen in baseball? I don't know. I mean, we're seeing the proposals getting thrown back and forth between players and owners. Certainly some interesting ones. Woods, you were up in arms yesterday about what the owners threw out there over the weekend.
Yeah, I was. And I think it's sad. And listen, I'm not going to, if that's your opinion that this would be better for baseball, that's your opinion. That's fine. But basically, the proposal was to eliminate, Passan tweeted, MLB today proposed an overhauled domestic amateur entry system that removes high school players from the draft, makes college players eligible after sophomore year, shortens the draft from 20 to 12 rounds, and cuts bonus pool from $358.7 million to $200 million. And I saw a guy tweet, it makes sense. There's zero reason they need to have so many minor league levels, with college baseball being as effective at development as it is. Every other sport does it this way, and it works well for every party. So my retort to that is that baseball is vastly different than basketball and football as far as development goes, especially when you're dealing with pitchers, in my opinion, and hitters too. Hitting at the big league level is damn near impossible. So you're talking about eliminating teams, right? And taking a team away from Fort Wayne or El Paso, or that's the other part that really drives me crazy is these small towns across America will lose baseball. And that's not good for the game. That's really inherently bad for the game. Less baseball is bad. More baseball is good. And the other thing is I love college baseball.
Can you even picture
I can't.
A minor league system for other sports? Like baseball is so unique it kind of requires, I don't know, at least 4 to 5 teams. I mean, maybe they could trim out 1 or 2 levels of the system, but can you imagine 5 levels of NFL style football or the NBA? They have the G League, and that's it.
That's it. And it's not because they couldn't use the extra work or whatever whatever the reason is. This boils down to money, though. It's just a bottom line thing for the owners. They're like, I'm paying for 8 levels of the minor leagues, and
they also need
5% make it, and I understand, but the other part is you can't say that college baseball is better at developing players.
Well,
than,
I agree
than
with you. I agree with you there.
They need to make college baseball more like Major League Baseball, professional baseball. I feel like the difference. Why aren't they using wood bats is my point. I feel like they're closer to professional baseball than high school baseball at the D1 level. They should be using wooden bats. How are you really being properly developed?
Yeah, I think it's the expense of wooden bats that prevents college baseball from going that direction.
It definitely is. But the other thing is that the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, and congratulations to the Sooners, national champions. Watched most of that game last night. You're watching the North Carolina Tar Heels. They brought a kid back who went 5 innings yesterday. Bro, they don't care about these kids' arms. They don't care. They're trying to win baseball games, And in college football, I guess you could say Nick Saban doesn't care about the guy's NFL career. He's trying to win a national championship. It's different. It's different. That guy can play in the national championship game in January and then be starting for an NFL team. And it's happened in baseball. count on one hand, I think, the times
Steven
that
Strasburg,
like Dave Winfield, right? Like guys that Eric Davis, I think, never went to the minors, if I'm not mistaken. It's so rare. It's so rare. And you think about it, no high school players, huh? No high school players in draft. So Connor Griffin doesn't get drafted. Kevin McGonigal doesn't get drafted. These guys, like, they got to go to college for a couple of years. You're limiting you're limiting their.
But there's a reason for it. And I'll ask Paulie, the San Diego State alum. Would you rather your program produced championships or pro players? Because the Aztecs have had a good history, even in football, of producing pro players.
Yeah.
But they don't win anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
That doesn't rally the alumni support. You don't donate to your program because, they've had a good track record of feeding players to the big leagues, or they've been feeding players to the NFL. You donate to your program and you support your school because they win.
Take football out of it. Football's completely different.
In baseball, it's the same thing. There's a lot of Aztecs, a lot of USD Toreros in the big leagues. Yeah. You see them all the time. How many times have those schools gotten to the College World Series, though? It limits them. They don't have big-time programs because they don't get to the College World Series. Those coaches are incentivized to win, not to develop their players into professional talent. So you can't rely on college being the professional development ground.
Not in baseball. You just can't. Not in baseball. And it's not their fault. Like, it's not. I wouldn't blame any college coach for doing what they have to do to win baseball games. That's your job, is to be a winner. The line stop. You don't have to develop these guys for you want to develop their mentality, teach them to be good teammates and human beings, but you don't have to baby a kid's arm when you're in college. You don't. And they don't baby kids' arms at 12 like they should now. I tweeted something over the weekend about a coach that I saw. And again, I think this was 18s, if I'm not mistaken. Kid threw 143 pitches. 90 pitches in a game, 46 the same day in another game. He then went 134 in a game the following week. So I think he's 18. And you want to talk about limiting your potential. You're damaged goods, man. You spend 2 years in college. If you are a stud pitcher out of high school, you are damaged goods. Straight up.
I wonder,
like, how many innings did you throw?
But not everybody is a first-round stud. I wonder, could this be better for, like, the guy who's drafted in the 18th round out of high school? And no, just go 2 years. You can go to junior college and still, a lot of guys come out of junior college and end up in the big leagues. That's a very viable path, and go that direction rather than getting lost in a minor league system with, all the international picks and being sent to a complex league. And you got tons of young 18 and 19-year-olds there, and you get lost in the shuffle. Whereas maybe you can thrive as a star on a JC team and then get drafted in 2 years. I'm not saying it's totally a bad idea for everyone,
but that's an option that they have. You're taking that option away,
correct,
when you do this. And I think I want more options for these kids, right?
Like everything that's been done over the last, call it 5 to 10 years, really more recently than that, but everything that's been done in baseball has been to help the minor league system grow and be better and more
develop better,
attainable. And it's like, why would we all of a sudden say, all right, let's halt the brakes on that?
Why.
I know.
Money. This is money. It's the owners want to save money. You saw it with the international pool.
Because it's not like
they take $158 million out of that. It's nuts.
Well, owners know also that no matter what they pay in the minors, whether they're paying $350 million or $200 overall,
right,
the cream of the crop will still come to baseball. If you're a great baseball player, they will still end up in baseball. You're probably not going to be losing tons of great baseball players because you lowered that number. So they feel like it's a win-win situation. They save, but ultimately they're still going to find the best players who will rise to the top and make it to the big leagues.
Sure. You're cutting your pool, though. You're potentially.
Will you miss a couple of guys who were late bloomers
and potentially damaging your pool again when it comes to pitching is crazy. It's crazy how the responsibility of coaches is really, until they get to the professional level, your responsibility of a coach is to protect these arms and these kids. That's your responsibility. Starts right there. I understand wanting to win a ring on a weekend. I understand it, but you just can't do it. You just can't do it. And then you're going to take these kids, you're going to put them into college in a situation where coach is like, hey, I need you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, bro. They're not professionals. They're 18. They're not fully developed, and you'd hate to miss out on those kids that make that jump from high school into the minor leagues, into the majors, like the Connor Griffins of the world.
And keep in mind, this is a CBA negotiation. So
yeah, they're throwing it out.
Are going to throw it out there, maybe even in the intent of, we know nothing's going to change in the minor leagues, but if we use that as a concession, maybe we get something else that we want later down the line. So ask for it now and act like, all right, you want to keep all this minor league money and everything going, then you have to give us something somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just
it is
posturing.
all part of a very long dance of negotiations between the owners and the players.
Isn't it so weird, though, in negotiations? The general rule of negotiations, you don't want to show your entire ass. And the owners are like, pants down, we want a salary cap and we want to cut the minor leagues. And they're like, whoa. These are huge.
We just got here.
These are huge ass. Like their whole ass exposed, right?
Or is that how you do it?
Maybe
then
that's
the
how you
other
do
side kind of panics and goes, "Oh, we got to get something done." That
I don't think so.
Doesn't have all these things.
I don't think the other side. I think
that tells me if I'm on the other side, like, whoa, we're not close.
You guys are out of your minds.
Let's revisit in 6 months. You guys get your act together, and then we'll revisit this.
Get your head right, and come back to us with something that's even reasonable.
We're not even in the same, zip
we're not in the
code.
same zip code. And again, these players, they always talk about protecting the younger generation. I think this would be really detrimental to baseball. And again, take all of the development and everything out and the money. Benny, yanking teams from small towns across America would be horrible for the game.
I agree with that.
Yes, be terrible.
I've never lived in one of those small towns, but if I did, I would love to have a single A or a baseball team to go watch while I was there.
Yeah.
All right, before we go to Don't Do This, let's give away those Zach Top tickets. We got more concert tickets coming to Pechanga Arena on September the 17th. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. But if you're the fifth caller right now at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973, 2 tickets to see Zach Top performing at Pechanga Arena on September 17th.
Who is it?
Zach Top.
Thank you.
Why do you? I still don't get it.
I know.
All right.
That's why we love you.
We will come back with Don't Do This in our next segment, including a sports anchor like myself.
Yeah.
Having some pronunciation problems over the weekend.
A slip of the tongue, if you will.
Something like that. Coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, my friends, let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that would be the finish line. Handshake, commission, it's all done. May not hear from them again until it's time for a renewal. But your business runs all year. So do the gaps and the risk. Those don't end. That's why we're talking about Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be a little bit too complex to just buy a policy online. Super Sure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits. Year-round support for you and your team. Supersure.com. You can access the fine print facts, translate your current policy into plain English so you know what's covered and what's not. Always want to make sure that you're covering your rear end, right? Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth and you know what actually needs protecting. Again, go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. Supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
right, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It is time for Don't Do This on a Tuesday. Woods, you can lead us off.
Well, listen, there's nothing that we like more on this program than a simple slip of the tongue. I will let this audio from the, it was a U.S. Open, yeah?
So this was a sports anchor in Pittsburgh, ABC affiliate. So my counterpart in Pittsburgh, Yasmin Rodriguez.
Talking about the U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open over
Which
the weekend.
was played where?
In Long Island, at Shinnecock Hills.
Shinnecock Hills
Golf Club.
Okay.
And it's already been a year since Oakmont Country Club hosted the 125th U.S. Open. It'll be back here in Western PA in 2033. This summer, Long Island, New York is on the spotlight with Shiny Cox Hills hosting the 126th U.S. Open.
Nope.
Now, this is
Nope.
Shinnecock.
What was it again, Ben?
Shinnecock Hills.
Shinnecock Hills.
Not Shiny
This
Cox
summer,
Hills.
Long Island, New York is on the spotlight with Shiny Cox Hills hosting the 126th.
How do you get How do you get Shiny Cox Hills from Shinnecock Hills?
Well, if you make the I a long I sound instead of shin, you say shy.
Shiny.
And then the E, you make also a long sound instead of a short E. Instead of shinna, you get shiny.
Okay.
Shiny.
Could happen.
And then she pluralized it. Shiny Cox, not shiny cock. Shinnecock.
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 Shiny Cox Hills.
Yep.
I think she's talking about your cable company.
Yes, the best in the business.
This summer, Long Island, New York is on the spotlight with Shiny Cox Hills hosting the 126th U.S. Open.
It does.
Yeah, happens all.
It does.
Time.
Now this next story maybe lost a little bit in not translation because it is in English, but the way we approach sports may be different than the ways it is approached in Scandinavia.
That's true. Maybe it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, Norway's Erling Haaland has had one of the best tournaments so far. 4 goals.
Pretty good.
Led his team to another win yesterday, and they have already clinched their spot in the round of 32 like the United States, but they still have one more group match coming up against powerhouse France. And Haaland, being interviewed after the game, was brutally honest about his team's chances against France, like in a way that was almost shocking to hear. Paulie, do we have the audio?
I am pulling it up right now.
Up next is France and the likes of Kylian Mbappe. How big a challenge is that going to be for Norway? You guys in flying form, can't wait for it.
Honestly, I don't care too much now. We're through. We managed to get through, which is incredible. So I couldn't care too much about that game now. They're probably going to win against us. They're probably going to win the whole tournament.
They're
Well,
probably
that's quite a
going to
statement, but
win against
congratulations.
us. They're probably going to win the whole tournament.
It's Highland, by the way.
Highland.
Idiot.
Highland.
God. I'm sorry, everyone. So
Isn't that what I said?
uncultured.
Highland.
No.
Highland. It's 2 A's. Highland.
Highland.
Highland. Erling Haaland.
Highland.
It's not Highland like Scotland. It's
Highland.
Erling
Haaland.
Highland. Highland.
Holland.
It's not Holland. It's not
Holland.
Highland. It's right between. It's Highland.
It's Holland.
Highland.
Haaland.
Because there's 2 A's. It's the
Holland.
double A.
Holland, like the country. Holland.
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 Why do you put this weird accent on?
Holland.
Holland.
I'm trying to speak like a Norwegian.
But
I
you're not
think.
Norwegian.
No, it's weird.
You say Highland, I say Holland.
Is it okay to be brutally honest about your team's chances, or do you have to be like, hey, we're going to pull off a shocker. We'd love to
Holland.
pull off the upset, win our group. It's like they're probably going to win, and they're probably going to win the whole tournament. Why do we even bother showing up, sort of thing?
It gives big, it does give big Little League energy when you pull into the parking lot and you've got some of your kids with you and they see the other team getting out of the car and they're taller, bigger, and they go, "That's who we're playing?" And you go, "Yeah." And they're like, "We haven't even got out of the car. We haven't even." Maybe they don't throw fast at all.
Have you experienced this?
Bro,
Very good.
Are you kidding me, dude? We went to play my buddy Travis's team up in San Marcos. They're 9U or 8U, right? We pull in the parking lot. I got three of my players in the back seat. If the kid gets out of the car, he's a big kid, and they're like, "That's the team we're playing?" I go, "Yeah," and they're like, "We're dead. We're done."
All
so
right.
I go, I haven't even unlocked the door yet. You
So
don't
in
have
in your head, you're like, we lost already.
You don't even have your seatbelt off yet, and you have lost this game in your mind already. I know it's hard, but it's funny. That's a funny way that guy did. He's like, "I don't care. We're through."
France is very good. We all know this, I think, about France. I just expected a little more like, yeah, we're going to give it our best shot, or we're, hey, we're prime. We're playing really well
Yeah, we'll
right
see what
now. We
happens.
can pull off the upset.
No, we're out. They're going to win the whole thing.
They're going to win the whole thing.
I like it, though. There's something to it. There's something about it
Puts all the
psychologically.
pressure on the other team,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think psychologically, you can just play loose and free, knowing you're not expected to win it. I think there's something to it psychologically.
All right, finally, you've got to do this for us.
I do, and
mega doo-doo.
we talked about this story last week when Georgia got eliminated from the College World Series. Kid comes up in his very, very last AB, and I'm looking for the thing I sent Paulie. So hang on, here we go. The brothers, remember the brothers?
The brothers.
The brothers. The name is Colby. Colby Branch comes up and hits a bomb in his last at bat for Georgia. His brother playing second base, daps him up. Parents are in tears.
We talked about it last week.
Incredible.
Yep.
On do this. Well, this is what happened to his brother Kyle Branch in his last at bat for Oklahoma.
This ball is hit to left. Did he do it? Nunez. He did it just
No way.
like brother. A 3-run homer to put it away. Are you serious?
It's up.
That's as good as
It's as good as it gets.
For that family, obviously both kids couldn't win the College World Series.
Right.
One of them had to lose. So the one lost, but got a home run against his brother in his last at-bat. And then the other wins the whole thing and gets the final clinching home run, 3-run shot in his last at-bat. It's pretty incredible.
It is just, the odds of that are just astronomical that would happen. But really, really cool moment last night. And again, congrats to the Sooners, who really were not supposed to be there, Benny. It was a total Major League Baseball type, magical run. Team got hot at the exact right time and went out and just dominated North Carolina.
First title since 1994 for the Oklahoma Sooners.
That was so cool.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
I mean, think about those parents, driving to Omaha, going, All right, how would we like this to go? If we could script this in some way to come out well for both of our kids, that's as good as we could probably have done.
No, I think, yeah, I mean, that's obviously.
Because they're going to have to meet at some
dream.
point. They can't both win.
Right.
So let's have one have a really good ending and experience, and the other one wins the whole thing and has a great ending too.
I think the way that I'm wired as a parent is like, just make it through safely. Don't make any big production. Don't play really good defense at critical times. Don't boot one in a critical moment. Like, I'm just praying that you get through this unscathed emotionally, right? You're going to lose. It would hurt, right? But like, don't F it up out there, right? Don't throw your helmet. Don't do something goofy. Don't be a story. Don't make yourself into the story. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Your kids are close enough in age that at some point,
they could be playing against each other,
with each other, or
other.
against each other.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, let's get to our MLB reach around. There was plenty of other action in Major League Baseball yesterday. Woods is dying to talk about the Boston Red Sox implosion at the end of their game as well.
That could have been a don't do this as well.
It certainly could, but we're saving it for our next segment coming up on Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, ran into someone yesterday who said, yeah, you still look thin. And I go, yep, I have kept all my weight off for 3 years thanks to the SDFatLoss.com program that helped me lose 40 pounds in 60 days. If you're looking for sustainable weight loss, real weight loss, fat loss, not muscle loss, which can happen when you go with the GLP-1 injection route, SDFatLoss.com is the way to go. It's based on real foods, stuff you eat from the grocery store. That made a huge difference for me. I had done the bar program where I hit like 5 bars and 1 tiny meal a day, and I lost weight, but then I gained it right back when I went back to 3 meals a day. With SDFatLoss.com, I was already eating real food, so there was no switchback. The maintenance was so much easier, and I still lost the weight fast, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in 60 days. No exercise required as well to lose the weight. If that sounds good, sign up for a free consultation. They'll specify exactly how the program can work for you and take $200 off right now. As we head into summer, you still have time to change your body before you can still enjoy the last couple of months of heat in San Diego, pool time, beach time, by going to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Didn't get to it yesterday since Mondays tend to be a busier day on the show with a whole weekend of games to talk about. We didn't even have a show on Friday, so did not mention about the injury to Ethan Salas, AA, oblique injury. Going to miss some time.
I hate that, man.
Those are gnarly.
They are gnarly.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't affect him the rest of the season as obliques sometimes do.
Give him as much time as he needs.
I don't think the Padres, I mean, when we talked to AJ Preller, they're pretty adamant that they weren't planning on rushing him to the big leagues. Yep. He's been so hot, you hate to see him lose any of that momentum, but hey, he missed a whole year with a back injury and came back looking better than ever. Yep. So, I guess some time off is not the worst thing in the world. Padres do need some more help behind the plate. Rodolfo Duran has kind of started to slump a little bit offensively. I think he's still doing the job well defensively.
He did boot that.
He did. Yes, he did drop a pop-up, which didn't hurt actually helped the Padres, honestly.
It did.
He looked a little panicked once he dropped it. He didn't need to. He could have just
brought back some bad memories of Sunday afternoon baseball. When the backpedaling starts, I'm dead. If you're not squared up right with it, right in front of your face.
It's one of those things that in baseball is always that mystery to me, how the catcher always takes over.
Crazy.
Because I feel
all
like
the gear, the helmet.
It's got to be the hardest thing in the world. You're backing up. It's going
angle.
Straight up.
I got it.
You got all the gear on.
Michael,
and the pitcher who's just
standing there
60 feet away, is looking right there. Is an athlete as well.
Can't have him
They're not allowed to touch it at all. I'm going like, wouldn't this be way easier for the pitcher just to jog in 4 steps and make the catch, than making the catcher do it?
Coming toward it instead of standing up quickly, ripping your mask off, backpedaling, finding it, and then with that big like padded glove, making that
not
play.
A regular glove. Yet we always say, it's the catch. It's the catcher's ball. Like, really?
I think I'm gonna start coaching my pitchers to just go get it. I think at this point, just go get it. I don't want him.
The new inefficiency in baseball. We're going to be the first team that actually coaches their pitchers to catch fly balls.
Well, then he drops it and he turns And I go, oh, no. Like, so the runner on first didn't go, obviously, because it's a pop-up to the infield. So he just parked at first base. Well, once the ball hits in fair territory, it's a live ball. He picks it up, and instead of lightly lobbing it to second to get the lead runner, he skips it over to first, and thank God France knocked it down and was able to tag the lead runner, and Olsen got to stay at first. But the panic, you're right. You can't panic when that happens. And I know, and then at the dish, he just looks he looks a little bit like an 11-year minor leaguer, right? Like a guy that, has had some good swings since he's come up, but I think he's batting about 140 or something right now. But he's getting the job done behind the plate for the most part. So that's kind of all you care about.
I know a lot of people asking me about the update on Luis Campusano, who, remember, broke his toe way back in early May.
Did they?
Unfortunately, he died.
Did they? Like,
I don't know.
Did he drop a safe on it?
I just have no idea. I mean, he was supposedly taking swings pain-free, like,
did he
3
hurt
weeks
else?
ago?
I
don't know. Did he have an injury on his way back? If he did, I missed that because I've been waiting for an update on Campy. Like, shouldn't he be back like by now or anytime soon? I mean, yeah, I'm sure toes are important for catchers, and you don't want a broken one that's going to take foul tips and stuff. But my goodness gracious, it's just like I keep expecting at least a rehab assignment or something, and I don't get any news about Luis Campusano.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm not. Listen, guys are going to come back when they are.
Yeah, you can't rush it.
No, but I'm also like, hey, everything okay? Like it's a broken toe. But again, I thought I heard something that he hurt
Annie,
himself.
according to Purple, Annie said he's facing live pitching and progressing to a rehab, which is good news because they could use him back pretty badly.
Yeah.
I did see Freddie Fermin in the clubhouse yesterday. They did not activate him, but that could also be happening soon. And he was starting to hit before he suffered the concussion. So, that could help as well. So the Padres could have some catching help, at least coming down the pike here.
Blake Hunt, I thought, did a good job behind the dish the other day. At the dish was a little bit different of a story in his first big league game. But yeah, he, you have a little bit of depth, but let's be honest. None of these guys really blows your hair back right now. Campy he had a good few weeks. Yeah, like awesome. Can he do it again? So you can't do it if you're not behind the dish and the lineup.
Comment in our YouTube stream from Lou Swimmin 2780. Oh, Lou Swimmin. I get it. He says
Lou is a swimmer.
Lou Swimmin. Can't stop seeing Joe Rogan in the left camera. That would be your camera, the left camera.
Yeah, the shaved head. Lou Swimmin. Like loose women?
Lou Swimmin. I always read it as Lou Swimmin because it's spelled LOUSWIMMIN.
Yeah.
But when you say it, there's a second meaning, I just realized.
Dub says you need to go back to your own station's interview with Craig Stammen. He had updates on all these. I don't watch tweets from 97.3 The Fan.
I do usually,
Dub,
but you can't. No one can watch all of them, right? There's just so many of them throughout the day. Swimmin.
Here's the deal. We overkill it, in my opinion. I would like just the choice nugs, just the really important stuff, and that's not what you get. So when I see it, I immediately, I don't click on it. You? Were you in the scrum?
I'm about 50-50.
Were you in the scrum?
Stammen? No,
Yeah,
I was not. I had to leave. I was on at 4:00, and his scrum wasn't until like 4:10. So I did not get to stay around for the scrum. I was only in the open clubhouse from like 3 to 3:40.
Adam's a bit of an overkiller on the old Twitter.
A bit?
Yeah, it's all right. It happens.
I understand what you mean. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
but I
It's-
don't click on all of it. I click
I
on
don't.
some of it. Feel like it's there if other people want it. You don't have to click on
Can
it.
I be honest in saying that I just figure you'll tell me?
Fair enough. But
Well, if you don't, then Darnay and Annie and AJ
Yep.
and everybody else that's down there will post
Yep.
the exact same clip.
Exact same clip.
And you'll probably see it at some point.
all right, you ready to get to a MLB reach around, Joe?
More than anything.
All right, let's get to it.
Joe.
Rogan.
Oh.
They're doing the reach around. They're doing the reach around. Everybody's doing the reach around. Well, you knew that the long losing streak would come to an end at some point, and the LA Dodgers did snap their skid yesterday at 2 with a 2-1 win over the Minnesota Twins.
What is their longest streak this season? 3?
I think they lost maybe
3 or 4
once. Shohei Ohtani had the leadoff home run, and Freddie Freeman had a solo shot. Although, bad news for the Dodgers. Cal Tucker, who has been struggling, had to leave the game with back spasms. So that's something to keep an eye on.
They lost 4 in a row twice.
That's what I thought. They lost 4 in a row. Yeah.
Twice.
Wow. Losers.
What's the Padres' longest losing streak? 5? They just do it. They've done it more often.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
The Cardinals beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-2. Andre Palante, who shut down the Padres, shut down the D-backs with 1 earned run in 6 innings. The Arizona Diamondbacks lose their 3rd in a row. Now here's
6 losses for the Padres.
6 was the longest. All right, here's the game that you had circled: the Colorado Rockies and the Boston Red Sox.
Pretty incredible series of events that happened in this game, Benny. Red Sox were winning in the bottom of the 8th. Rockies start to rally. They get a couple guys on, and there's a single to center field. Their base coach sent the runner. He was out by 12 feet. I mean, the commentators were like, whoa, what is he doing? It's not even close. And, it's in the 8th inning. They're trying to mount a comeback here. So, all right, tough out at the plate. Next guy, knock. They're trying to score again. Cut the guy off. The guy rounds second, goes too far. They pick him off. So they've run into 2 outs on the bases in the bottom of the 8th, down. Then they get to the bottom of the 9th. They figure out a way to come back and beat and walk off Aroldis Chapman. And I just thought to myself, man, if you're a Rockies fan, you've seen that game so many times and it did not work out in your favor. They've got some pretty fun young talent. They're not winning a ton of games, Benny. They're on a better pace than they were last year, certainly. But man, to have such a deflating, crappy base running inning and then to walk off Aroldis Chapman.
Single, bunt single, and then a 3-run walk-off triple by Jake McCarthy to end the game 3-2.
How cool.
And the Red Sox are in the torture chamber completely.
Yeah, that's
completely.
That was the loss that, there's been so many, but that was one of the losses I would guess that has just broken their fan base. Just broken.
The Milwaukee Brewers and Cincinnati Reds played to a scoreless tie through 9 innings as Brandon Woodruff returned for the first time since injuring himself in April with 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. But it took a 2-run 10th for the Brewers to pull out a 2-1 win over the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds supposed to get Elly De La Cruz back today from the injured list. The Nationals got another good pitching performance from Foster Griffin. He had 7 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts, career high. They beat the Phillies 4-1. Look at the Phillies. Every time I see the Phillies, I go, man, they got pitching, they got hitting. They're 1.5 games ahead of the Padres. They're 6 games above 500. Padres are 3 games above 500, despite the fact the Phillies won every game against the Padres this season.
It's nuts.
Outside of those games, the Padres have actually been better than the Phillies all year long, which doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but it is very true.
The perception is so much different between the two teams because, again, I think it's the trends. It's the starting pitching, as you mentioned, and it's the power that is there and sometimes untapped with the Philadelphia Phillies.
They go into these slumps, though, where they don't score.
Yeah.
Not against the Padres, but against other teams. They have these, long stretches where if they don't get the Schwarber home run. You hear it just every time you hear a headline, it's like Schwarber hits 9 home runs to the upper deck, and Bryce Harper hits for the cycle, and Phillies just barely staying above 500.
How do they ever lose?
How do they ever lose? And yet they do all the time. The White Sox battle for first place in the AL Central, beat the Guardians 6-5. Both teams scored twice in the 9th inning, with the White Sox walking it off on a Sam Antonacci 2-run single to win it. Blue Jays doubled up the Astros 4-2. A very Dylan Ceasian performance. 5 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 110 pitches, and a no decision.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a lot of what we saw from Dylan Cease in San Diego. Not bad, but, wow, that is inefficient. The Rangers beat the Marlins 4-3. Ezekiel Duran hit a 2-run home run. They snapped Miami's 8-game winning streak at home. The Texas Rangers 4-3 win. The Royals doubled up the Rays 2-1. Former Padre Michael Wacha, 7 innings and 1 earned run for the Royals. The Tigers have won 4 in a row. Riley Green homer. They beat the Yankees 5-3. The Orioles got 8 shutout innings from Kyle Bradish and beat the Los Angeles Angels 6-1. And for the second straight day, the Chicago Cubs were postponed, this time in a different city. It makes sense when it's, 2 straight days of rain. No, it was in Chicago on Sunday, in New York yesterday, and they will make up that game as a doubleheader. So after gaining a half game on the Padres, they lost it back yesterday with the rain out, and now they're tied for that final wild card spot in the National League again.
How's the weather supposed to be when we're there next week?
So it's changed like 4 times in the last few days.
Yeah.
When we looked yesterday, it was going to be like 60% chance of thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday. Now it says sunny. It's just going to be really hot and sticky, like 92, 93 degrees in Chicago. Bring some deodorant.
That was
a
the message.
ringing endorsement.
That was the message for the tier ones as well. Bring your deodorant
to Chicago next week. We will come back. Jesse Agler will join us at hour number 3 on The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods 97.3, the Fan Victory Tuesday. All right. We got Jelly Agler coming up in a little while. She's not going to like that nickname at all. Nobody wants to be compared to Jelly Roll. I saw some, I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm Woodsy, that's Paul. That's Ben. Saw a clip.
Nobody would ever want to be compared to Jelly Roll.
Right. I did see him on stage. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about it once. That woman is my life, and we've been together a long time, and I wish her the best. And I mean, it was like the worst thing you've ever seen. So he's dating again. I did say, now since I mention it, I get my feed is, I get it. I know everything about that dude.
I saw one. It was like some People magazine type post or whatever, TMZ sort of thing. And it was like, wishing all the best for Jelly and Bunny. And I go, that was the stupidest sentence I think I've ever read in my life.
Well, listen, I hope it works out for the both of them. I'm sure it will. It's my Jelly Roll update on a Tuesday.
Well, now that you've got your truck and you're going full country, we talked about it earlier. Man. K-Law says Woods is going to get one of those trucker hats with upside down logos on them soon.
No.
I do not. I see them in golf shops now. You go to, even nice golf courses, Bandon Dunes, and everybody has the mirror image hats. And I just don't quite get it. It looks like it's normal when you're looking in the mirror, but for the rest of us, we have to stop and
go, what does that say?
Is that what you want? You want people to try to figure out what your hat says by reading it in reverse mirror image, but it's such a popular trend nowadays. I see them literally every time I go to the golf course, there are at least,
it's reverse, but some of them are upside down.
Some of them are also upside down.
Yeah, they do the upside down as well. Listen,
it is like bro country.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But it's also country club golf.
It's
you're at a nice course, and they will sell you their logo or the name of their course, but inverted and upside down.
Right.
And it is a major trend that I do not get.
Should we have a Ben and Woods hat like that?
I mean, maybe, probably. Kylie says, I think Post Malone did it first with ones that say Dallas, which would say salad. If you had it on. Yes, you're a big salad fan? I am. I love all. I would not wear that one. I do love salad. Can I tell you something? I love salad, by the way. I do. Yeah. I don't look like it, but I love salad.
Good, like healthy salad or unhealthy salad?
All of it. I mean, I've really grown to love salads. I love unhealthy salads. I love healthy salads. I went to where'd I go recently with my wife? And we had and I never ate fruit or nuts or anything in my salad before. Now I'm eating pears in it. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
An apple, pear, vinaigrette.
And I told my wife, I go, we were like sharing it. We were racing to get because it was that good. And I go, how do I make this? She goes, I know. Salads are they're not as easy as you would think.
No,
you know what I mean?
Mess up salads.
To make a salad, not pour out a made kit into a bowl
that's
to make a salad.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Because to make a salad,
it's kind of a nightmare, right?
It's the juice worth the
squeeze making a salad.
Chop all these cucumbers.
To make a great salad, you obviously need good, crisp lettuces and a good mix of ingredients.
Right.
But the dressing has to be,
it's gotta be perfect,
evenly coated and perfect.
Right.
If you have not enough dressing, if you have too much dressing,
too much
is
terrible.
Clumps of it in certain spots and then dry parts of your salad, then you've ruined the salad. But if you have a great salad with a good little bit of dressing kind of in every bite, well mixed together, with good ingredients, salads can be absolutely elite.
Well, this guy in the chat just said, it's not that hard. Just chop and mix. I'm thinking the other day, I'm like, all right, this pear salad, I would have had to go buy pears, slice them thinly. There's gorgonzola cheese in there. There was, I don't know the kind of lettuce, arugula, maybe.
I mean, to buy all that ingredients.
It's not it's not like making a sandwich. But it is important. Like you said, when you get the dressing in, you have to toss it. The salad, I mean. Make sure it's coated.
Correct.
But then it's not that healthy. I don't think the pear and gorgonzola salad is it healthier than
a
double? Yeah.
I mean, if you do a good job of distributing the dressing, you don't need all that much of it to make the salad taste good. It just has to be well distributed throughout the lettuce all the way. And then there are certain lettuces that are just bad, like raw kale in a salad is awful.
It's hideous. I've tried to blend it in smooth. I've decided if my lack of eating kale kills me, so be it. So be it.
I mean, obviously, like romaine is great, especially in a Caesar. But if you get too much of the ribs, sometimes I kind
of like the.
Oh, you like the rib? You like lettuce ribs?
I like lettuce ribs more than the leaf.
Really?
I like it firm and crispy.
But when it's leafy, when it's too thick, and you've got the thick ribs of the lettuce, I find that unpleasant.
I like the crunch of the ribs.
Really?
I cut the very bottom off. Like if I had a thing of romaine, I would the very bottom,
little brown part,
and then
of the
I
bottom.
slice, and I like that butt end of it down there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Crisp and crunchy. That's
You
what I
are a
like.
psychopath.
That's what I like. I mean, I like iceberg lettuce. It's delicious, but it's like no nutritional value whatsoever.
When I was a kid, the only lettuce, of course, I would eat was iceberg.
Of course.
So if my mom made a salad with anything other
repulsed
than iceberg lettuce, I would not eat it.
I just came around on arugula, and I mean like 2 weeks ago.
I love arugula.
I
think arugula is
weeks ago.
fantastic. I didn't always think that.
It's very
arugula on pizza. Oh,
yeah, pretty good.
Oh yeah, piled it on a good
so
pizza.
good.
Yeah.
All right, what about, let's say we're all familiar enough with Trader Joe's,
Yeah.
right? You get the pre-made salad like for your lunch or something.
Right.
What is your favorite? Like your go-to of the, the chicken Caesar salad, the Southwest salad, the
Barbecue
Asian
chicken salad
I like
is
them all.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing
I
is,
don't like the barbecue as
I
much.
go to Lazy Acres and I'm like, I'll grab like a chef salad.
Cobb, no, I don't like chef
7,000
salad.
calories.
Cobb
I'm like,
salad,
what?
I like chef salad, not my
No,
favorite.
Cobb. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't want cubes of ham in my salad.
No,
I'll do
Sorry.
it. I'll
I
eat
think
it.
it's an
I like the big
unhealthy
eggs in it.
salad. I think it falls under the unhealthy
Yeah.
salad category, but Southwest, the Southwest
you
style.
you might as well eat a pizza. Honestly, like it's the same. Yeah, you get a little roughage, but
But there's
other
some
than that-
corn in it.
Yeah, there's corn in it, and it's you might as well just eat a pizza. So I think it's the same thing. But I want to get better at making salads. But here's the thing: only 2 of us will eat it. Oh, there's I feel like it's a waste.
Bo
to
and
go-
Taylor.
Yeah, Bo and Taylor will not eat anything right now. So you guys know that story. It's tale as old as time. Dinner.
Picky eaters for your children.
It's not only that; it's the disdain and the disgust for if I make anything. You have to like suffer through it. It's tough. You couldn't even like people are like, oh, try a meal service. Why? Just be wasting
I think
money.
if you're trying to make your kids eat fancy salads, that's on you.
They're not going to.
That's not a your kids thing. It's very rare to find kids who will really enjoy a salad. And it's not because necessarily they don't like vegetables. A lot of kids like vegetables, but
do they?
Yeah, carrot sticks, and if you cut them the right way and keep them separate, and you have something to dip them in. But the mixing of a lot
If you
of
just cover them in ranch,
Right.
the
Slathered in ranch.
the mixing of a lot of different ingredients can be difficult for children. It's just they're suspicious of a salad with lots of different ingredients and a dressing, and they're just going to feel like there's something in this bite I'm not going to like. So they're not willing to really have an open mind about a salad.
I'll give you an example just as and this isn't even, well, it's kind of food related, but not. There's these little toys that my wife got the boys, and it comes in a little dumpling holder. And you know what it is? You take it out and it's a squishy dumpling. This is an actual, no exaggeration, conversation that was had between my 5-year-old and my wife 2 days ago. What is this? It's a dumpling. No. What is this? It's a dumpling. No. But what is this? It's a dumpling. No, what is this? It's a dumpling. What is this? It's a dumpling. I still don't know what he wanted. Maybe the name of the toy. It's like a Beanie Baby. But no.
Bo or Taylor?
Taylor. What is this? It's a dumpling. It's a dumpling. What is this, Mom? Mom, what is this? It's a dumpling.
What do you think she was calling a dumpling?
It is a toy representation of a small Asian dim sum item.
Yeah, it's
usually stuffed with meat.
Right.
Or some sort of like soup ingredient.
God,
but in this
that's so
case,
funny.
it's simply a plush toy.
It's not plush.
It's not plush.
Like squeezy.
Rubbery.
But what is this? It's a dumpling. What is this? It's a dumpling. A dumpling. And I sat there and I go, this place sounds like an insane asylum. If somebody walked by, I'd be like, what is happening in here?
Where were you when this was
I
happening?
was sitting on the couch going, finally, I was like, dude, what do you want to know? It's a dumpling. It's so good, dude.
Has he ever
walked
eaten
in
a
there like-
dumpling before?
No, God, no.
Okay, maybe that's part of it.
No.
Like just the confusion.
Xiao Long Bao?
Never.
Like a dumpling is a food item that you get sometimes at an Asian restaurant.
I genuinely think he knew that it was a dumpling, but he wanted to know, like, what's the brand? Like, what is this, a Beanie Baby? Is this a whatever? She wouldn't tell. She didn't know. She's like, it's a dumpling. I got you a dumpling. What is
a
it?
toy.
Though? Yeah, it's a toy. I mean, bro. Summer has been in my house. Taylor's not even out of school yet. Summer has been going 3 days in my house, and I'm like, when does school start? It's like,
It's not even over yet.
School's not even over, and I'm like, when does school start again? It is so. You have no idea.
Man.
Notice I shaved my head, right? You see where I'm at mentally.
Let's see. Quickly get back to the Padres before we play Take on Woods. Everyone see the video montage for Robert Suarez in his return last night.
I like that they do
to
this. I
Petco
do. I
Park.
have no problem with this. I like this. I always like Robert Suarez.
I don't.
forgot he was on the Braves.
He's been setting up Raisel Iglesias and been pitching really well. I was surprised. They had the stat yesterday that the Padres have the second lowest bullpen ERA in baseball because the Braves actually have the lowest bullpen, and Robert Suarez has been a part of that. Our friend Too Much Morton's on Twitter, though, said Robert Suarez was underappreciated as a Padre. And I
think he was
don't-
well appreciated.
I don't know that that's true. Sometimes things just work out. I appreciated Robert Suarez. I thought he did a very good job.
He did make me nervous.
I was gonna say, I don't know that I trusted him for the majority of the time that he was there.
I wasn't upset that the Padres didn't want to extend themselves with another large free agent contract for Robert Suarez.
Same. I thought he was a great find by AJ Preller. Like he doesn't get enough credit for how good Robert Suarez was and where he got him.
Well, it's a
from.
results-based business, and he had the results.
He
but
did.
It just for whatever reason, I was pretty terrified a lot of the time out there. When
Remember that year he threw like 400 straight fastballs? That's all he would throw, and everyone
24?
was losing their minds. Like, and then didn't he finally bust out like a changeup? And it was you could hear like the
was it like 20,
"Rah!"
like 29 in a row or something.
It was way more. It was way more.
Was it?
It was way more.
He was like, how many fastballs?
It was
in a
way
row
more.
Did he
If
throw?
anybody knows, let me know. It was way more
I
than
felt
that.
like it was closing in on 50 or something.
I
by
thought
the
it was
time
triple digits, dude.
Well, I
I'm
don't
not
know if it's
kidding. I
that
thought
many,
it was.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay, it was 2024, 69 pitches,
69 straight fastballs.
Is he doing bits?
He threw exactly 69 fastballs in a row across 6 appearances. Before he threw that changeup to Sean Bouchard.
Angela nails it because I only remember his 4 worst games, but not the 100 good ones. No doubt.
Yeah,
I was in the building when he gave up like a grand slam to the Tigers or something, and I was like, he's the worst. We got to get him out of here. But he was really, really good here, and that's why he parlayed it into a really nice contract. And now, not even closing, just the setup man for Atlanta. But
it was unfair. Like he had a shaky period, maybe 2. And then it's like we went and got Mason Miller last year, and everyone day one was like, yo, sorry, Suarez, but he should be the starter. They didn't end up doing it. But.
Again, don't forget, we acquired Mason Miller and made him the setup man. Don't ever forget that.
Right.
That was a decision made.
It never backfired, though. I don't feel like Robert Suarez blew any games down the stretch.
No, I don't think he did.
So it didn't work.
But still, I was like, how is Mason Miller not the closer?
Keep in mind, one day, sooner or later, Mason Miller will no longer be a Padre or will no longer be effective.
What the hell are you talking about?
What are you talking
Well,
about?
I just want to make sure everyone appreciates
He
how
will blow a save, yes.
how great it is right now, how great things are with your closer. Because most
it's
teams,
going to be amazing.
most teams don't have that. Even
it's a
if
wreck.
you have a good closer, you still expect them to blow a save once every 10 times out. And right now with the Padres, it would be it was shocking that there were 2 runners on last night.
Yeah.
And I never really felt like he was going to give it up. But
I never do
you
either.
do worry that, he could dribble, a dribbler could end up scoring a run or a wild pitch or something, could get the runner to third. Didn't happen. And we are truly lucky and blessed right now to enjoy Mason Miller. So just appreciate it.
Enjoy the ride, my friend, because he is special.
All right, we need a contestant. Take on Woods. We still have music, movies, and TV available this week. The wild card taken yesterday as Woods won the opening game of the week. But if you'd like to be our contestant and try to qualify for our monthly grand prize staycation at the Town and Country and a $250 food and beverage credit, call now, 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. We'll get our contestant, play our game when we come back, and then Jesse Agler will join us at the bottom of the hour right here with Bennett Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
7 Mile Casino, our place to play cards. Make it yours as well. If you haven't been in, think you're going to be delighted when you step inside the doors for the first time and see what is in front of you. A great card room, friendly dealers, comfortable chairs, just a great welcoming atmosphere that makes you want to stick around and just enjoy yourself by yourself or with friends.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. We said yourself a lot in this ad.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. And then I just followed it up with another one. So make sure that you treat yourself. Go to 7 Mile Casino. Got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and, of course, California-style blackjack as well. Great food, smoke-free environment, 7 minutes from downtown.
Yeah, treat yourself to some Kung Pao chicken while you're there on the 24/7 players menu.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
It's one of the few 24/7 options in all of San Diego to be enjoyed in the restaurant, out on the great patio with the views of Coronado and the Silver Strand. Gorgeous this time of year. Check it out. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Our boss Adam Klug just stopped by, and the resemblance is uncanny.
Dude.
Isn't it?
Striking similarity between your haircut and his haircut.
I'll send you a picture. I just took a selfie, which I just said earlier I don't do, but with
it's
Adam.
an ussy when it's with
it's
someone
an ussy.
together.
That's right, yeah. But we really, when we put our heads together, we make an ass of ourselves. It looks like
two cheeks together.
It looks like two hairy cheeks. Wait till you see this thing. It's unbelievable. Well, he is my idol, after all. I wanted to
There's absolutely
pay
nothing
homage.
wrong with taking a picture of you with other people.
Yeah.
But the idea of taking a picture just by yourself of yourself never really works out to me.
You do it a lot for somebody that says that.
I do a little often, yeah. I feel pressure to nowadays. Everyone does it on social media, and
But if you
taking
know
selfies,
if you know that it's not great,
I took an ussy yesterday with your friend Richo.
Our boy Richo from Fantasy
Ran into him
Camp.
just randomly outside of Petco Park yesterday,
See,
and then
like
actually
Ben,
twice. Yeah,
he's from Australia.
from Australia. And
Hold
then
up, mate.
as I was leaving, he was coming back with the family.
Yeah.
He had two kids, one of them asleep in the arms. I was just going into the game. That's a long night.
Yeah,
But it was good to see Richo again.
He's the best.
Took an ussy with him.
Yeah, an Aussie. With an Aussie.
An ussy with an Aussie.
Yeah. You didn't post it though, did you?
Did not post it. I
No,
just sent it
you
to you
sent it to
guys.
us.
Look at
Take
you.
all
That is scary.
Take all the selfies you want and send them to your friends. It's when you post on Twitter, like, here I am at the racetrack. Here I am at Torrey Pines.
Right.
That's the weird one. Do you have to do that?
Sometimes
encouraged.
you're encouraged to show you're out and about doing a story.
Can you
And I could just take the picture, but then it's just a landscape. It's
just even worse.
Those aren't great either.
Look at that. Like Big Brother.
And I generally don't go out with a photographer, so I don't have anyone who can
take a picture
picture of me. So it ends up having to be a selfie sometimes.
Yeah, Adam and I, we really look like father son.
You look like his dad.
I had to crouch
You
way
do,
down to
yeah.
take that picture.
What did he get you for Father's Day?
Nothing.
Nothing
He did
at
send
all.
a nice email.
He did send
I
a
thought,
nice
text.
Does he call you
staff
dad
email
or
to
daddy?
all
or-
the dads on staff.
Yes, he calls me daddy.
Which in his station is just you, me, and
Daddy.
Tony. Right? Yeah.
Can you come to my office after the
Daddy.
show, daddy?
Yeah, the Peach Fuzz bros.
Well, it's like Preston Mattingly and Don Mattingly.
Right.
Dad, I'm going to need to see you in my office.
That's right. For real.
We got a contestant on the line. Let's get to today's game. It is time to take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm Security and Fire Alarms for every business. We got you. And let's see if Johnny is ready to play today. Hello, Johnny.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, all right. If you can beat or tie Woods in 5 questions of trivia, you will qualify for this month's grand prize drawing, a 2-night stay at the Town and Country Resort, and a $250 food and beverage credit. Make sure to take advantage this summer of the special rates at the Town and Country just for fan listeners, starting at $199 per night. Just visit towncountry.com/thefan to book now. All right, we still have music, TV, and movies for you to choose from. Music category, Road Warriors, all 2-second songs, including the word road in the title. TV, the executive branch, shows that were set in and around the White House. And movies, ampersands. Those are movie titles with 2 names separated by an ampersand. So, music, TV, or movies, Johnny? What do you want to play?
We'll go movies.
Movies. All right, ampersands. Today, we're looking for 5 movies whose titles are 2 names separated by the and symbol, the ampersand.
Like Ben and Woods.
Ben and Woods. We have an ampersand in our name. Exactly. Very good, Paulie. All right, we have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as you can. If you don't know one, you can pass it. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second movie clip. Paulie will play you a clip. You need to try to identify the movie based on that. Johnny, you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The movie category is ampersands. Your time begins when Paulie plays our clip. Good luck, Johnny. Let's take on Woods.
You robbed the store? You robbed the damn store? Well, we needed the money.
Tom Hanks plays a police detective who teams with a large and unruly French Mastiff in which 1989 buddy cop movie?
Oh, my goodness.
Which other 1989 buddy cop movie saw rival detectives played by Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell work together after a criminal mastermind frames them for murder? Which 2002 Disney feature centers on an orphaned Hawaiian girl and a genetically engineered extraterrestrial? Correct. Amy Adams and Meryl Streep star in the title roles of which 2009 Nora Ephron biographical comedy about the woman who brought French cooking to the masses?
Oh, my goodness. You have to go back to the first
All
one.
right, back to the 2-second movie clip. Wow, we're out of time. Just the one tough one today.
That was
All right,
tough.
let me go through the answers before Woods comes in. The clip was Thelma and Louise. Turner and Hooch is Tom Hanks and a dog. Tango and Cash is Sly Stallone and Kurt Russell. You got Lilo and Stitch. Julie and Julia is the French cooking one. So, Woods, we got a movie category for you today. I'm not going to give you the category. We'll let you figure it out. All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the movie clip. Good luck, Woods. Not music, movie clip.
Good luck, Woods.
Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Johnny.
Let's take on Johnny.
You robbed the store? You robbed the damn store? Well, we needed the money.
What? Pass.
Tom Hanks plays a police detective who teams with a large and unruly French Mastiff in which 1989 buddy cop movie?
Turner and Hooch.
Correct. Which other 1989 buddy cop movie saw rival detectives played by Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell work together after a criminal mastermind frames them for murder?
God, it's such a good movie. It's I'll come back to it.
Which 2002 Disney feature centers on an orphaned Hawaiian girl and a genetically engineered extraterrestrial?
Moana?
Incorrect. Amy Adams and Meryl Streep star in the title roles of which 2009 Nora Ephron biographical comedy about the woman who brought French cooking to the masses?
I don't know. What's the clip again?
Back to the clip.
You robbed the store? You robbed the damn store? Well, we needed the money.
Which other 1989 buddy cop? Really?
It was
1-1 tie. Wow.
Dude, the Kurt Russell. All
right, so they were all ampersands. Turner and Hooch. They all had the same
Tango and Cash.
Cash.
Son of a B.
Lilo and Stitch. Thelma and Louise was that clip.
I was going to guess that.
And Julie and Julia was the Meryl Streep, Amy Adams one.
All right.
All right. Well, that was good enough.
So
Johnny 1-1.
qualifies with
Johnny
that
qualifies. A
With that
1-1
performance.
tie.
How do you not remember Tango and Cash? It's such a bad movie, but it's so good.
I mean, it is now 37 years old. So,
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
30, most of your questions were 37 years old.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
Lilo and Stitch, I think, was the newest. Oh, no. Meryl Streep, that was the newest one.
Yeah, I never saw it.
09, 02, 89, 91, 89.
Well, I mean, I didn't see any other ampersand movies out there that fit the category. So
why did you have to go with ampersand?
I didn't know. I thought, well, it seemed like you got one. You could have gotten Tango and Cash. He got Lilo and Stitch. It wasn't impossible. Thelma and Louise, everyone knows that one. It was just tough to find a clip.
I saw it once.
Everyone could remember for sure.
All right.
Well,
inspiring for a Tuesday.
They're not all winners.
I know.
I'm sorry.
God.
All right. We'll take a time out. We'll come back with the incorporator. Jesse Agler will join us. Voice of the San Diego Padres up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Making fun of me. Not just for the bad game of Take on Woods, apparently, but I also said Lilo instead of Lilo and Stitch once.
Having a rough one. Dude.
Lilo is the fancy Michelin star restaurant in Carlsbad I went to a few months ago. It's Lilo and Stitch.
Well,
Tim says I'm such a Howley. No, Howley.
Damn it. I have two kids and I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, so it tells you what kind
I was wondering
father
how
I
many
It's a good one.
if you had seen it or not.
It's a good one. I saw the original. I think there's been a
they've
million
had
different
a live
versions.
action version recently as opposed to the original one.
Original one was cute.
I'm very imperfect as a father. Very.
I mean, you're always watching Heat with your kids, so you don't really have time for Lilo and Stitch.
They love Point Break. Good movies.
I think I have a clip of Bo saying,
What's,
Red Rum.
What's Jesse Agler's favorite kid movie? He joins us right now from San Diego. Welcome back to town, Jesse, after the long road trip.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like walked off the plane. It was like, oh, it's nice out. I forgot that was an option.
Oh my God,
Great.
man. Like where you were too is it was a gnarly one, man. 9 days gone.
Really 11 days.
11
There was
days,
an off day
yep.
and a day off at the start too,
Oh,
I think. So
brutal. Well, welcome
Yep,
home.
yep.
It's good to have you home. That's how you want to start a homestand, Jesse, with a 1-0 white knuckler. It was awesome game last night. Manny swinging it a little bit better certainly makes it a little bit more palatable of a product when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting going. It sort of feels like the offense is threatening to start looking the way we thought it was going to look. And I know I love my chutes and ladders analogy. Nothing in baseball or in life is ever just a straight line up. But it does feel like things are maybe starting to trend generally in the direction we all thought they were going to go. And Manny certainly leading the way in that department. I mean, it's incredible to me because for as messed up as he has been at times and has looked at times, like the power, still being there is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
And it just shows like what this guy is and what he's capable of. And to kind of be leading the way home run wise, even with the swing stuff being, as he finally talked about publicly, in the last week or so, kind of going through all that and trying to unwind some of what he did in the winter on the fly during the season and trying to get back to what he's always been. And having the issues making contact, but then, oh, by the way, also having 14 home runs and really on pace or maybe even ahead of pace of his home run, numbers, what they normally are is pretty incredible. And then, yeah, that was a huge one last night. I mean, if not for that, we're still playing, right? I mean, he's come through with some big ones lately, extra innings the other day. So, look, we can sit here and break down 1,000,001 things about this team, but as we all know, like this team will go where Manny Machado takes it. This team will go where Fernando takes it. Maybe to some extent, this team will go where Jackson Merrill takes it. So that's it. The other stuff is great to talk about. It's fun to talk about. But at the end of the day, like those are the guys that are going to determine where the 2026 Padres end up.
And Jesse, conversely, the swing looks to be back, but the power is still not come for Fernando Tatis Jr. But am I mistaken in I'm not around the team, obviously, as much as you are, but he seems really happy. Like he seems like, hey, they'll come at some point, but it's weird when Luis Arraez has more home runs than Fernando Tatis Jr., but he's like, I'm good. Like I'm playing well, playing second base. He looks like he's having fun out there. Doesn't seem to be pressing or stressing like he was. And he's finally got that OPS over 700. Like it was a climb back for him. I think he deserves a lot of credit.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, I'll say this too. I think the attitude was really good early on, even when, there were some struggles. I don't think he was ever, really like beating himself up too much. And, I think a couple of years ago, Tony and I were having a conversation about, somebody who was slumping. And it might have been Fernando, it might have been somebody else. I don't remember who. And there was all this sort of, like noise out there about body language and, moping around or whoever it was. And Tony put it very plainly to me from a player's perspective. He said, it sucks to suck, and it's like in this game, when it's not going right, like it's miserable. And so like, of course the body language is not great when you're not going well. And like, ever since he put it that plainly to me, I've always kind of looked at it through that lens of like, I'm not going to read too far into a guy kind of dragging his head around or like dragging his bat behind him like Linus with a blanket, when he's in like a 2 for 40 or something like that. I'm just not, because like, of course he's miserable. Like you're letting yourself down. You're letting your team down. You probably have a little bit of a sense of embarrassment, when it's going that way. So like, I give guys a lot of a grace, so to speak, when they're struggling, when it comes to body language and that. But as you said, Fernando's never really gone through that this year. He's kept his head up the entire time. And, that's not an easy thing to do. And yeah, there's no doubt right now, he's hitting the ball extremely hard. He seems to be, maybe for lack of a better term, at peace with sort of what it is right now. He's not stressing over the home runs. And you know what? Like kind of playing leadoff, playing second base. It's like, all right, this is kind of what it is right now. And, whether it's, conversations with his dad, whether it's conversations with his teammates, whether it's conversations with Craig Stammen or somebody on the coaching staff, like he really does seem to be like, all right, this is what it is right now. Maybe it'll be this way all year. Maybe it won't, but like I'm being productive. I'm helping the team, I'm putting up some numbers, and that's fine. And we're not going to worry about anything else beyond that.
Jesse Agler with us here on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big name banking. It is better. And kind of a philosophical question for you, Jesse, when it comes to watching baseball, but it relates to Michael King as well. When you're watching for the long haul, as you do, what signs do you look for when you finally believe in a trend? I think we all want to believe Michael King turned the corner yesterday, but how much do you need to see? Is it another start, another 2 starts? When do you start? Yeah, it's baseball too. Things change so quickly, but how do you kind of wrap your mind around what direction a player is heading when you're watching them?
That's a really good question. I don't know that I have a certain number of starts for a pitcher in my head. If it's 3 or 4, I think it's a feel thing, right? And it's definitely more than one. I'll say that. But I think it's it's different for different guys, right? And basically, I would say based upon their resume, based upon how long they've been around, what they've shown us in the past, the consistency that they've shown in the past. So. It's different for a Manny Machado than it is maybe for a Samad Taylor, so to speak, right? Because if you have a body of work previously, you probably, are able to get to that point a little bit quicker than somebody else. So with King, it's just been such a weirdly inconsistent year. And Michael's also had a strange year in that if you've only kind of looked at the numbers, you might have a very different sense of it than if you've actually watched him pitch every single game. And if you look at his box scores and you read his quotes, you'd be like, well, that's odd. That doesn't necessarily match up. But if you, watch the games and read his quotes, you go, okay, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense what he's talking about, because he's kind of beat himself up, in terms of what he said, even after some pitching lines that looked pretty good. But again, if you watch those games, he's 100% right. He's had some, lines that look good on paper, but where he just wasn't pitching well, but just kind of had the guts to power through it. And he's got the skill and the talent to survive that. But it's a few more, certainly, for Michael. And I'm not saying it has to be 7 shutout innings, for the next 3 for me to believe that he's back where he needs to be. But yeah, it's gonna take some more time, some more consistency, I think, for you to believe that, he's kind of over the hump. And look, for whatever reason, there are years for guys, when it doesn't click into place. At any point. And maybe it does, maybe it does in August, maybe it does in September, maybe it does in October. And I always keep in mind, and this isn't specific to Michael King, this is just something I always think about, when somebody is coming back from an injury season, that stuff, as regular people, we have no idea, what these guys go through physically. I always talk about it. When you and I bang our big toe on the coffee table, and we're like, ow, 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 and it bothers us for a week. What these guys go through is so far and beyond what most regular people can even imagine physically. And so, we talk about it so sort of nonchalant, be like, oh yeah, he had a pinched nerve in his neck last year.
Right.
Oh yeah, he hurt his knee. As if it's we just oh yeah, that's what he had. We missed 3 months last summer. And then it's okay, it's a new season. So of course you kind of forget about it. But that stuff can linger. That stuff can have an impact even the next year, even though he's not been on the IL, even though he's not this. So whether that's the case or not for King, I don't know. But I always keep that in mind, when guys are dealing with things. And if somebody is struggling, for me, especially somebody with a track record, injury is always the first thing in my mind. And they're probably not going to tell you, you're probably not going to hear about it. But I would guess, just in my time being around athletes, 80% of the time when some guy is randomly struggling and it doesn't make sense, it's because they're hurt and you're not hearing about it, or there's something bothering them physically and you're not hearing about it, or there's some lingering thing and you're not hearing about it. So I always kind of keep that in mind. And so he's out there, working through some mechanical things, and especially with pitchers, right? Last year we saw that, he had the nerve thing, which impacted the shoulder. He came back to the 1 start, hurt his knee. It's hard to imagine those things weren't connected. And, now he's back this year and he's just trying to put it all back together in a way. And, he'll get there. He knows what he's doing. And as he has said earlier this year, it's hard to go out on the mound and, when you're in competition mode, think too much about mechanics and think too much about trying to get things right. That's what you do between starts. That's what you do when you're not actually in a game situation. When you get out in the game situation, you can't be thinking too much about that because you're trying to get guys out. So at some point, you hope it clicks into place, but it's kind of a long road to get back to where you're trying to get back to.
Well, conversely to Ben's question, Ben asked, how long do you need to see till you realize he's turned a corner? How long do you need to see to realize he may never turn this corner? And there's a couple of guys you look at and you go, all right, you never know what an organization sees and underlying metrics and things like that of, actually it looks pretty good or whatever. But there's options now for the San Diego Padres. I don't know how good they are for a guy like Lucas Giolito, he's lost some velo, right? He didn't have a spring training. And the walks are hurting everybody on this team. When they walk a lot of guys, we lose the game. That's how Ben and I talked off the air this morning. And that's standard for any league of any level of baseball. You walk a lot of guys, you're going to lose more than you win. But for how hard is it, I bet, to evaluate, like, how many more starts do we give a guy that's scuffling a little bit, even with a resume?
It's case by case, right? And it's different for Giolito than it is for Canning, than it is for, Buehler. And obviously it's dependent on, how do you feel right now about a Matt Waldron or a German Marquez, and where those guys are and where they're coming from. And look, all this stuff is fluid, and it's very easy for, you and me and Ben and any fan to sit there and be like, all right, I'm done with this guy, or I'm done with that guy. I don't want to see that anymore. It's not that simple, because now all of a sudden, all right, well, what does the contract say? What's the minor league option situation? Right. Who's going to start 4 days later after that? It's a much bigger puzzle than we usually think about. And when you're watching a guy out on the mound struggling and he's not throwing strikes, and, it's kind of a tough watch, it's very, very easy to throw your remote at the TV and be like, I can't watch this anymore. But it goes beyond that. It's not as simple and easy as that. So it's always a larger conversation there. But look, there's no doubt, this is a team that has World Series aspirations. So, they have to be, very cognizant of the big picture, and they have to be able to make decisions that, impact things far beyond just, for today's game and, what can happen today, tomorrow, or the next day. So, look, they know what's going on. Even Lucas Giolito, he knows it's a struggle, but the craziest thing about it is, I went back and watched one of his starts from last year. The guy was throwing 96 last year.
Yeah, man.
Not like 94. He was throwing 96 last year. So, it's in there. I refuse to believe that, he's not capable of that at some point, but it's not just the velocity. It's not just the velocity, as you said. It's, the walk thing will kill you. So it's, there's just always weirdness in baseball. You never know when a thing can click into place. But look, every year, every team, you get good surprises, you get bad surprises. I don't think any of us would have sat here on June 23rd and thought, all right, Walker Buehler is going to be the most consistent starter on this team. Yep. Great the way he's pitched, the way he's kind of clicked into place. It's been fun to watch. I enjoy watching him compete in a very real way. Yeah. It's cool seeing him in that uniform. He's going to need some help, and you just never know where it's going to come from.
We will actually have plenty of time to talk baseball with Jesse Agler later this week. He's going to be one of our guests on our roundtable on Thursday from 9 to 10. Looking forward to having Jesse in studio on the day off. But we do have an incorporator to get to. A little back and forth between Woods and I. We're on the letter M.
Hey, you guys both sent me a word, which was not confusing at all.
I know, but I found this one and I thought it was going to be a lot of fun. So it's short.
You're overruling Woods.
So I did.
So
my vote doesn't. Oh, all right.
Your vote has been nullified. It's a very short word. Paulie, if you would.
Mulm.
Mulm. M-U-L-M.
Mulm.
Mulm. It is the soft, brown, fluffy debris that collects at the bottom of a fish tank.
Mulm.
Mulm.
I've never heard that word.
I know, I hadn't either, and I thought that is just amazing that there's a name for that gunk at the bottom of a fish tank. It's called mulm. Jesse.
All right.
Mulm.
All right.
Mulm.
We'll see what we can do.
Mine was macrural. I can't say it. Macrural. And it means
what's that?
It means macrural. It's something with a long tail. I just think it's hard to say macrural.
That is.
Yeah, it's the wrong number of letters.
Yes.
It's missing vowels or something.
But you like mine, right?
Yeah.
Mulm.
I like yours.
Mulm.
I mean, my opinion doesn't count.
Why
ask me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow. Why don't they just change the name of the show to Ben and Ben?
I'll peel back the curtain. I picked one, and we found out we used it back in 2021, 5 years ago. Mumpsimus.
Wow.
That's how long we've been doing the incorporator, and I had forgotten that Mumpsimus had already been taken.
Does Paulie have a spreadsheet?
He does.
He does. And he went back and
I have a way. I have my own archive.
He has a searchable archive to find.
We have to cross-check
words, and we do have to cross-check with Paulie.
Most words I can I know.
Yeah.
Like Woods will be like, "Oh, we'll do this." I'm like, I don't know when. I don't
Woods
know what
actually
year
had a feeling.
it was.
You know, he thought, I think we've used that one before, and we did. Mumpsimus. So Mulm is new, and it is yours for tonight.
We'll see Thursday, dude.
All right. Sounds good. I look forward to joining the roundtable on Thursday, and you guys enjoy the rest of the Ben and Ben show today.
I can't. Yeah, for sure. I
Thanks,
can't wait
Jesse.
to do a wing eating contest with Jesse Hagler on Thursday.
All right, you'll have Jesse tonight at 6:40 with Tony Gwynn Jr. on our Padres play-by-play
Thank
against the
God, no
Braves.
more of the 7:10 crap.
No doubt.
Rhino Report coming up next. You get some headlines and more with Paulie coming up on 97.3 The Fan. Can you believe we are just about halfway through the baseball season? Padres have 4 more games to go before their official mathematical midway point.
I wonder what I'll look like at the end of the season.
Yeah, we should compare your opening day look to Woodsy on June 23rd.
Like full Sid Barrett, shave my eyebrows. You guys know what Sid Barrett is, but shave my eyebrows. No idea who Sid Barrett is. None?
No.
Never heard the name?
He's
Sid Barrett.
Bassist.
He was a guitar player.
I assumed music.
He was in Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
And he went off the deep end. Too much acid and things like that.
Really?
That'll get you.
Well, you want to hear the craziest story in rock and roll before we get to the round of
Yeah,
report?
please.
It's the craziest story you've ever heard. They were like, that was their guy. Sid Barrett was their guy. And he did too many drugs, and he became a recluse and kind of lost his mind. And they were doing an album, and they wrote a song for him called Shine On You, Crazy Diamond. Okay. He hadn't seen him in like 4 years. They're in the studio playing the song Shine On You, Crazy Diamond. He walks in the studio. They didn't recognize him. He had shaved his eyebrows, shaved his head, and they're like, who's that guy? Like, hey, he started weeping because he just walked in, happened like to
while they were playing the song
at Abbey Road, and he walked in while they're playing the song for him. And everyone said it was like the craziest experience of all time. But he kind of went off the deep end there for a while.
I mean,
Forever.
Pink Floyd, always a trippy band to begin with.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your.
No. I'm fascinated.
But yeah, if you see me at the end of the season, shave my eyebrows, be nervous.
I will be.
All right,
Paulie.
Take it away, Paulie.
Let's get going
and get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a
All right.
All right. Challenge my inner Ben Higgins here for this first story because it is a little bit messy.
Lionel Messi, right? Thought so.
It's a bit of a messy story here in the World Cup.
He is infectious, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I find myself making dad jokes at home all the time.
Chuckling like Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little World Cup. Messi yesterday, GOAT doing GOAT things, had 2 goals. Only needed 1 to become the all-time World Cup leading scorer, and he got 2 yesterday. First one came in the 38th minute, and then he scored again in some stoppage time after that as Argentina beat Austria 2-0. Else
could have had another hat trick. He missed his penalty kick opportunity as well. That would have been stunning.
That
2
would have been
straight hat
crazy.
tricks.
France beat Iraq 3-0, Norway over Senegal 3-2, and Algeria beat Jordan yesterday 2-1.
By the way, Messi's record, he's got to keep scoring because Kylian Mbappe is on his tail.
Behind him already.
He's only 2 behind him at 16 after scoring twice yesterday for France. So if he has a big tournament, he could pass Messi and still finish as the all-time leading scorer as well. So quite the race between 2 of the all-time greats here at this World Cup.
How old is Messi?
Messi's 38.
And how old is Mbappe?
Mbappe is a little younger, I think, but he's definitely near the end as well. Let me see if I can.
He is
He's 27.
27.
Wow, he's got a couple.
He's got time.
Oh, he's got plenty
He
of
can
time.
get that record, I think.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 more world. I mean, if he stays as long as Messi, he could have 3 more World Cups, at least 2 probably if he doesn't retire. So wow. Yeah, Messi's not going to hold that record forever, likely.
Don't think so. Any other thoughts on the World Cup before we move on, gentlemen?
I have thoughts. I wish I was watching more of it. I'll be honest with you.
I always have it on. I'm not always like locked in and paying complete attention to the game. Today's biggest matchup is England-Ghana at 1:00. 4 matches today. And then this is the last day of the second round of group play.
Right.
And then starting tomorrow, it's the third round. So they have to play them all simultaneously. So there's 6 matches a day for the next 4 days.
When is our fake game again?
Our fake game is on Thursday. 7 p.m.
Okay.
against Turkey. But we're already in.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't
really matter.
Turkey.
Turkey.
All right, we'll switch over. Just a couple of ESPN-related stories. First of all, we talked about this guy last month when he passed away, unfortunately. Jason Collins, who everybody will remember as the first openly gay player to make it into the NBA back in 2012, I think that was. He passed away at age 47 last month, I should say, of a brain tumor, which is just horrible. And so he has been given, or he will be posthumously honored with the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage at the ESPYs coming up next month for his impact on LGBTQ plus visibility in pro sports. So ESPN going to honor him. I mean, it's the award that guys like Jimmy V, Muhammad Ali, Wilt Chamberlain, I think, got one, or Bill Russell, excuse me, as the first black coach in the NBA. So they are going to honor him. And then also I noticed, I saw yesterday that it was announced Linda Cohn is retiring from ESPN after 34 years.
One of the
to put it in perspective,
bests.
I'm 35 years old. She's been around my entire life. She's done over 5,000 episodes of Sports Center. She's hosted more episodes of that show than anybody else in the history. And so she has said Friday is going to be her last show on ESPN.
Phenomenal, Linda Cohn. Phenomenal.
Really, really solid. Just for years and years.
Yeah.
Which is a compliment for me. I think being solid as a sportscaster is like what you strive for.
She worked her whole career just to be honored by a compliment from Ben Higgins.
Did you hear him? He said,
Wow.
You said, that's a compliment from me.
Well, I think some people would consider it not complimentary. Like, yeah, she's solid, like not spectacular. But from me, I mean that
It's
in
not
the
getting
highest.
better.
I mean it in the highest like regard,
Right.
as like solid, like so proficient at her job for so long. The consistency.
Adam says in the chat, because Adam worked at the mothership, said that she is one of the nicest people.
I mean,
And
you imagine
totally
that she
imagine
is, but you
You
never
would
know
hate
for
to hear
sure.
that she was like, get my coffee.
I'm glad to know from personal experience that Adam says that she's as nice as she seems like she is.
Like Devil Wears Prada.
Burke Magnus is the president of ESPN. He said Linda is a legend and a major part of the history at ESPN. She has brought enthusiasm, personality, and her love of sports to our audience for more than 30 years, and her contributions to ESPN, both in front of and behind the camera, would make a very long list. We wish her all the best in her retirement and sincerely thank her.
I said, she's one of the best ever. He goes, she's solid. She's solid. That's a compliment
Coming
from
from
me.
me. Yeah. Monster.
So good. Is that your ultimate? That's your ultimate compliment?
Well, I for me as a sportscaster, that's what I think you should strive for.
Solid.
For that
Not
solid
greatness.
proficiency.
Proficiency.
If you try too hard to be great, I feel like then you just sound like you're like Chris Berman is always going to be considered more legendary. I'd rather watch Linda Cohn
all
day.
Settle down.
She does too much for me.
Doing
It's
too much. Do less.
Do less. And Linda does a little less, which I appreciate as a sportscaster.
I wonder if Adam can confirm the Chris Berman legendary story. You're with me, Leather. You ever heard that story?
No.
He's at a bar. They had used to go to this bar in Connecticut.
Bristol.
Yeah, in Bristol. And there was one of the guys, like maybe one of the younger guys, talking to this woman in a leather skirt. And Berman just walked up to her. He goes, "You're with me, Leather," and walks her out of the bar. "You're with me, Leather" is one of my favorite. I mean, what a pickup line. "You're with me, Leather." Incredible.
So many ESPN personalities, they come and go and take other jobs and return sometimes. There are a few of those lifers like Linda Cohn. David Lloyd used to be at Channel 10 long ago. He's still one of their Sports Center anchors and has been there for probably now 25, 30 years as well.
I think 34 years for her at ESPN, like on camera, Sports Center. I just, it's a horrible reality of our world in today's age, but like women still to be on camera for 34 years and not get, aged out or they're going to go for a younger, more attractive girl. Like that happens all the time in media. And so for her to get to the top like that and then stay there for 30 plus years is truly remarkable.
I met Susie Colbert one time. She was the greatest, the kindest, just like you picture her, just amazing at her job and so nice. I'm trying to think if I've ever met any mean sportscasters other than Ben. I don't think so.
Just Ben.
Darnay's really nice. Jake's like the greatest.
He's solid, and that's a compliment coming from me.
Darnay, he's solid. That's a compliment coming from me. Howard Stern, solid. From me, it's a compliment. What are you looking at me for?
Nothing. I'm trying to think of mean sports.
So am I.
I always am intimidated by some of the old LA guys like Jim Hill. And
yeah, dude.
Fred Rogan.
Those old LA guys.
They seem really nice. I'm not sure though.
I worked with Hartman a couple times. I was terrified. Terrified. Then again, when you're working with Hartman, you just bring a magazine in and read it because he's going to do the lion's share of the work.
Yeah.
You're just like, I know, right? It's crazy. Anyway, I'm reading GQ over here, like smelling cologne samples as he's like riffing about what it was like in the 80s with the Lakers.
I don't believe we ever had Linda Cohn on our show, but we've had a few of the guys. We've had, Kenny Mayne on the show.
Yeah.
We've had, Chris Mortensen was a regular on our show. Rest in peace. But we've had really good luck with ESPN people is my point. Everybody, Jesse Rogers.
It's been amazing.
Some of our
Jeff
best
Passan.
guests.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. And then we will wrap it up. It's a big day, gentlemen. Today, let's see, where is it here? Today, McDonald's has announced a return to their menu. The fried apple pie is back at McDonald's to commemorate America's 250th anniversary.
To commemorate our fatness.
250 years of being fat asses.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been fried.
It's been baked.
No, it's been baked since like 1992. So this showed up in the 60s here, it says, and was a staple dessert for them, the fried apple pie, until I believe it was 1992. And then they went away and then they brought back the baked apple pie, which most of us know for the last however many years.
This is what we grew up on.
Now, this, like I said, it went away in 92. I was born in 90. I don't remember the fried apple pie.
You don't remember it. I do. Look at the little bubbles on there.
I know. I'm intrigued.
You don't remember these?
I mean, I remember them obviously.
Did you get them when you were a kid?
I think now that you kind of say it, there at some point they changed, I guess in the 90s. Like, and they were different.
Probably right around high school.
And I don't think I realized that that's what it was. They went from frying them to baking.
They're much softer now. They taste good now, from what I remember the last time I had one. They taste good. They don't. When you used to bite into one of these, searing hot oil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All looking like a hot pocket. Which
well, even
is
the quote unquote healthier baked ones, I still remember like going to McDonald's on like a Sunday or something when they had a deal. It was like 49 cents, I think, back in the day, and we would just get a few of those. They were unbelievable, but the baked ones were good. So I got to imagine the fried ones are even better.
Oh, they're good.
It's select McDonald's. It starts today, and it's going to go through the 4th of July.
Okay.
And I don't know if they're going to keep it or go back to the baked apple pie. I would probably imagine.
I don't know. Once you've kind of given people the taste of the fried,
but McDonald's does this though.
They do that.
They do
all
like
the
McRib
a
couple times a year. Like, hey, the McRib's back, and everyone goes, I haven't had that in 20 years. And like, well, they brought it back 6 months ago, and then it went away, and then they bring it back again, and then it goes away.
I don't like the McRib.
It's too sweet.
That apple pie though looks really good.
I do like the combination of the pickles and the onions that go on it. So that kind of saves it for me a bit. I haven't had one in a while though.
No, I won't eat one.
Now I kind of want a fried apple pie.
You should. They're really tasty.
Scoop it, like bring it home. Throw a scoop of ice cream on there.
It's the only way to stop from searing the inside of your mouth. Is to dip it in ice cream.
It's like a hot pocket,
dude. 10 times worse than a hot pocket. 10 times. But they're good.
Well, part of the problem with the hot pockets though is the microwave.
Yeah,
and that destroys
it.
Just completely. Frying can do the same thing.
Man, that sounds good. A fried apple pie. Thanks, Paulie.
You're welcome.
All right, we will take a time out. When we come back, we haven't spun the topic wheel yet this week. We can get to that
only
and
one
look
day
ahead
in.
to tonight's matchup. It's already Friday. Florida was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends. Paulie was telling us Jesse didn't remember what day it was.
Yeah.
He's been traveling so much. So I already feel that way as well, even though it's only Tuesday. It's all coming up with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, as I shared with you guys earlier, very, very happy about my brand new Ford F-150 STX from Sedano Ford. If you are a dad or grad, Father's Day has come and gone, but the deals still are lasting right now. They've got the 2026 Ford Maverick XL, just $297 a month. The 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben for just $306 a month, plus tax for 36 months. Or put Dad, the king of the road, the 2026 F-150 STX, just $343 a month, plus tax. And I'm telling you, it's different. It's a different ride, and I'm very, very excited about it. So check out my friend Manny Sedano's dealership in La Mesa, Manny Sedano Ford. They are also unleashing Ford employee pricing for everyone. You walk in and pay exactly what factory employees pay, backed by an incredible staff. Sedano Ford, proud, local, veteran-owned. Support local. Let them know Woodsy sent you down there. Very happy with mine. You'll be happy with yours as well. For more details on these offers, go to sedanoford.com. Once again, sedanoford.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
expand on it. Paulie discussing the fried apple pie coming back at McDonald's in the Reindl Report, which led to people talking about the fast food chain called Jollibee, which I've seen. I've gone past the one in National City. There's one on, I think, 8th in National City. It's like a Filipino fast food restaurant with the weirdest menu. I've always been a little scared of Jollibee. They have fried chicken and spaghetti are their two big things.
Okay.
And their spaghetti is
Love them
known
both.
for it has a very sweet tomato sauce with cut up hot dogs in it.
All right.
And like shredded cheese on top.
Lost me there.
It doesn't look good, I will say. Even on like the website when they're trying to make it look good. Yes. Sliced hot dogs in a sweet tomato spaghetti sauce.
I love sweet sauce. I put a little sugar in mine.
In your tomato sauce.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather have a little sweet.
Everyone is assuring me it's really, really good.
Guys,
Don't
I'm not
be
eating
scared
a hot
of it.
dog.
I think you can understand why I might be scared of the Jolly Spaghetti, but
hot dogs.
I know it exists, and I've never tried it though.
All right.
They're
It's got
different from-
shredded cheese on top?
It looks like it has some shredded cheese on top. You want to see the picture of it right
Yeah,
here?
I wanna
It's
see.
Jolly Spaghetti right there. Sweet tomato sauce, cut up hot dog, Filipino hot dogs, and some shredded cheese
All
on
right.
top.
I think I could do it without the cheese.
Okay.
You don't want that color cheese on top.
Usually,
You don't.
Not usually
Not for
what
me.
I would pick, but I've had Cincinnati chili, which I did not enjoy that much, but it's similar. It's a plate of spaghetti with like a cinnamony chili tomato sauce, and then mounds of shredded cheddar cheese. Like you can't even see the spaghetti and the sauce under it because there is such a large pile of cheese on top, and that is Cincinnati chili. It is a weird dish.
I'm more likely to try that spaghetti.
The Jolly
than-
spaghetti from Jollibee.
Yeah, I do love a sweet sauce. I guess I could get around the hot dogs. They said they're not like American hot dogs. I don't like hot dogs all that much. They're okay. I will not eat a naked wiener. I'll tell you that. I got to have it. It's got to be
Bun,
slathered.
condiments.
Slathered in ketchup or not ketchup, mustard, grilled onions, whatever you can put a
No,
relish.
we're going to Chicago. Do not ask for ketchup on your hot
no,
dog.
God, never. I would never. I don't even know. Why
You
I
live
said that.
there, so you
yeah,
know.
they don't mess around, man.
No.
Would you eat? Will you eat a Chicago dog, Paulie?
I don't think so.
No,
really.
I like. I'll probably find something I would like because what's on the Chicago dog?
It is
Tomatoes.
tomato,
I don't like
pickles,
tomatoes.
onions,
literally
relish,
tomato wedge.
Yeah, and I don't like pickles or
sport
tomatoes.
peppers, and a little celery salt is the run it through the garden Chicago
And
dog.
I feel bad. I wouldn't walk up there and be like, "Can I get a Chicago dog?" But
With
take
no
this
tomatoes,
off, and
no
take,
celery
like,
salt.
I don't want to do that. It'd be uncomfortable. too.
Try. I didn't like all those things either. The peppers and all that. It works. I don't know why. Take one.
It absolutely
take one
works.
bite.
No, like I don't think you understand how much I dislike pickles. If a pickle's even been
maybe,
on it,
because I think
will
the
throw
pickle
up.
on the hot dog. I like put just pickle wedges on my regular hot dogs now because once I had a Chicago dog with a pickle on it, I go,
so good.
That is so
It's
good
so
to have
elite.
it on a hot
No,
dog.
like,
it needs
I've-
that acidity. The acidity and the
Acidity.
tang balances out the fattiness
Bro,
of
my
the
whole
hot
life,
dog.
even if I go to like Mickey D's or something and I'm
Pickles
like, hey,
off.
no pickles, if they leave them on and I have to still manually take them off myself, I can taste like the pickle juice still on the bun
You
or the
get
burgers,
repulsed.
and it's disgusting to me. I've never been able to get over it. So I would have to at least say no pickles, and I'll go with the tomatoes. I can
They'll,
get
they'll
that.
modify for you. They'll
Yeah.
leave something off if you don't want it, so you can say no pickle.
It's really good. It's really good. I can't wait to suck
But I also
them
feel like
down.
if I take everything off, then I'm just eating hot.
Yeah, just have it
like
get anywhere.
I can get a hot
I
dog.
mean, they'll give you just a dog with mustard too.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
order it. You get the Polish sausage, Maxwell Street style with
I forgot.
mustard and onions.
I forgot how much you love sausage.
I do like sausage.
You are like, well, you're like the Abe Froman of the show. you love sausage. Remember that
The sausage king of Ben and Woods.
there was a period, Paulie, on this program, maybe a couple of years ago, where like you talked about sausage like every day. This was like your sausage. That was your midlife crisis.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
You got really into sausages.
I will treat you guys around a sausage when we
You're
go
going to the right
Chicago next
place.
week.
You are going- Play it again.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
No, that is not a common phrase, sir.
There's like a round of applause.
Yeah, treat
Give
yourself.
yourself a round of applause.
Listen,
He wasn't even close.
It's not
a round of
close.
applause,
Yeah,
right?
but why would he say
I
treat?
have no idea. I am a sausage lover.
Yep, that's true.
Love a good sausage.
Dude, see, remember?
Yeah.
You remember,
Yeah.
right?
Love a good sausage.
I remember looking at you like, why do you always talk about sausage? Every day you were
Treat
talking about
yourself a round of sausage.
Why wouldn't you? A good snap with the casing, get a little char on the outside, can be absolutely delicious, whether it's a kielbasa or a bratwurst. Just a regular old dog can be delicious in any different ways.
I can't wait for you to treat us to a round of sausage.
We've got Padres baseball for you tonight, 5:40 pregame show. And yes, Paulie, back to the 6:40 start time.
Oh, thank God.
Now, 1-0 game moved along fairly
It
quickly.
did.
It wasn't agonizing. It
I felt that extra half
still felt
hour.
late for the extra time because the game didn't start until 10:10 because of the they had to bump it over from ESPN to ESPN2 because
Anybody
of the College
else?
World Series.
Anybody else get caught watching the Serena documentary thinking it was a commercial? I'm like, this is the longest commercial of all
I
time.
figured it out when I saw because they put up a disclaimer on the screen. Like
I watched 5 minutes.
I was wondering.
missed the
almost
disclaimer.
texted you guys. You need to change to ESPN now. Once I saw that coming on the screen, I was almost texted like they know they need to change it back. To
I was
ESPN.
watching on the ESPN app, so they start the game. You can just
you didn't have to
start
change
right there.
it.
I never had to
Paulie,
switch over.
I'm sitting there, and the kids are there, and they're in bed with us, and we're watching and whatever, and yeah, we're just watching the game, and they go to break, and they come back, and it's Serena Williams. I'm like, oh, they must be doing
in
a
the half
documentary.
inning before. They had welcomed all the viewers who were now joining us on ESPN, which was my signal knowing, okay, ESPN2 is going away probably after this break.
I knew there was going to be some overlap with the College World Series.
And I sat there and watched Serena Williams.
How long did it take?
For me, like 5 minutes. And I finally go, what is
I thought it was a commercial.
I thought it was
the
like a
whole
30
time.
for 30 documentary. And I'm like, my kid,
Just in the middle of the game?
Bo's there watching it. No, like I thought they're doing a commercial
For 30 for 30.
And I was like, this is really long. This is a really long spot. And Bo's next to me, and I go, what? And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, we got to switch over. There was nothing like to warn me. I just switched over.
It was subtle, which is why I almost texted you.
Great job.
Sorry, I didn't realize that you really would get caught up in the
Great job, because I was
documentary.
like with wrapped. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like,
She's back. She's playing singles in Wimbledon. Got in this week, so
I was. They did a great job at that documentary because I'm very interested in it now. Where as before, maybe I wouldn't have been, but now I'm like, well, I got to see this because it sucked me in for 5 minutes at least.
That was their sinister plot.
Yes, very
convert
smart.
Padres.
There's
and
naked
Braves
women on there. You're like, what's going on here?
Into tennis fans to watch this week. All right, so 5:40 pregame show, 6:40 first pitch. Griffin Canning is still listed as the starting pitcher as far as I have seen. Of course, they used an opener last time. Was pretty effective. I don't know why they wouldn't do that again. Woods, would you send out Wandy Peralta to start the game?
1,000%
today.
1,000.
They did. The Braves did stack some lefties early, which
they won't, but
they wouldn't. But that's kind of a win if you make them change their lineup based on your opener. I feel like that's you're already kind of half won right there just by making them mess with their lineup. So
it's the funniest thing too, because I got to imagine if I was the opposing skipper, knowing, hey man, it's Wandy Peralta or David Morgan or something, like I'm not changing anything. It's 1AB. Like I'm not changing anything at all. But they may. I would absolutely do an opener because, well, for a couple of reasons. The first being that it worked last time. Griffin Canning was much better coming out of the bullpen for bulk innings in the beginning part of the game than he was when he starts.
J.R. Ritchie, right-hander, will pitch for the Atlanta Braves. Got lit up by the Giants in his last start. 5 runs, 3 home runs gave up in that game. But the previous start against the Mets, 5 shutout innings, just 2 hits. The start before that, 5 earned runs, 4 innings against the Marlins. The start before that, 4 1/3, 1 run against the Cubs. So I don't know. He's been very inconsistent as a starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, but certainly has been good at times as well. I guess you don't really know what you're going to get from J.R. Ritchie in the game tonight.
He's a youngster.
Very young,
man.
22.
And he looks all of 14. Like, he is a baby face. So hopefully, he's got good stuff, but they all do. Try to grind him out, man, get in his dome a little bit and get him knocked out of the game early, get in that bullpen.
All right, we'll take our final timeout. We can come back, wrap things up with some topic wheel spins, have fun as we take you toward 10 o'clock this morning with more Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
swimming pool experts, trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball season is in full swing. So is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. I think I forgot to mention we had a winner to our Padres Dodgers tickets for Friday.
Jacob,
congratulations. He heard the sounder, called in. I believe the other shows will also be giving away tickets to the game. So if you want to listen all day.
I think it's today. We had tickets for Friday. Braden will have tickets for Saturday, and Gwen and Chris will have tickets today for Sunday's game.
But today is the giveaway.
But today,
day
all
for
three shows today.
Okay. So keep listening all day long. Braden's coming up at 10. Gwen and Chris from 2 until the pregame show at 5:40 this afternoon. All right, shall we spin some topic wheels to finish out the show? We got a little less than 10 minutes to go. Get a couple of spins here before
Make it a
we're
long
done.
one.
If you had to live in one decade, which decade would you choose?
I feel like we've done this one before, but I don't care.
I think we've done
something
if you
similar.
Go back in time, where would you go back to? But if you had to actually live in a decade,
I'm kind of thinking in like the last 100 years, like
I've lived in every decade that I would want to, I think.
You wouldn't want to go back to the 60s, so.
All right, how about rank them?
Ooh.
The 90s, the 80s, 70s, the aughts. Now.
What about the 10s?
The 10s.
You missed the 10s.
The 10s and then now.
I generally believe that I like the advances technologically that we've made. Life gets a little more comfortable, but this decade in particular has felt
long.
It's felt, I don't know, hostile.
With
to
COVID.
everybody.
It started with a worldwide pandemic.
This one's been a tough decade.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it was a little friendlier.
I loved
maybe earlier in
I don't
my
think in
life.
100 years people would be like, I really want to go back to like 2020.
Right.
That'd be fun.
I loved the 90s so much. So much.
I was born in 90, so I was obviously grew up in the 90s, but I wasn't like an adult in the 90s. I bet that would have been fun. I really think I'd probably pick the 80s though, just because it was just before I was born. And so I did a lot of like looking back and learning about the 80s and music, movies, whatever.
Elite.
It was a really fun
I know we
decade.
always say that, but it really was.
I think it would be interesting to live in the 80s as an adult rather than a child.
Oh, yeah.
That might be my choice.
That's what I'm
just
saying
to-
about the 90s for sure. 100%.
The 90s were so good.
You guys,
the
the
music,
15 to 25?
Yep. Yeah. The music was spectacular.
See, now I loved 80s music more than 90s
I loved them
music.
both. Yeah, I loved them both. Lou, this is what I was when you said you wouldn't you want to go back to the 60s. It was very dirty.
Again, my theory that we've made a lot of good advancements as well.
It's grooming and things of that nature. I'm just more,
hygiene.
I'm just more of a fan of that.
Air conditioning has gotten better.
Yeah.
More present in a lot more places to be comfortable more of the time. I think cars have gotten better, like old cars. And I mean, I guess people always say classic cars never go out of style, but
would you? Yeah, this is a good point. If you kept your knowledge of today, you'd be so miserable. Back in the 80s and the 90s,
knowing what we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let me just check
That's
my
true.
phone. I can't
I
just
don't
check.
have a phone. Yeah.
It would be weird, and we've talked about this before, like just coordinating with people.
Yeah.
And how
impossible it was.
Difficult it was. We managed somehow, I guess, but you had to like call them when they were at home and you were at home, and then make plans for some future time that you were going to then rendezvous with them. And if one of you didn't make it, there was really, other than like a payphone to try, no way to, but they were already out, so you had no way to reach them.
It was awful.
Unless they were super rich and had a car phone.
Remember when you were a kid and you signed up for Little League, your parents would get a sheet of paper that they would put on the refrigerator, and it was all the practice dates and times. And then there was a phone tree at the bottom. Ben, your parents call if there's a rain out, I call you.
Phone tree.
You call Paulie. Paulie, you call Adam.
Yep.
And you let them know, hey, practice is canceled, or we're a go, or whatever. Game's on. It was a nightmare. And now you think about, I've got this app, Game Changer. I think it was after your time when your kids were young. It keeps everything organized. The only problem is parents forget to respond. So I spend most of my day staring at Game Changer over and over. Oh my God, I only have 8 RSVPs. I got 5 unresponsive. Then I have to text behind them. Hey, so-and-so coming to practice tonight? Yeah, he'll be there. I'm like, put it in the app.
But back in the day, what if you called on their phone tree? Someone just didn't answer.
Didn't answer.
Maybe they had an
You leave a
answering
voicemail.
machine. They didn't have a voicemail. An actual machine. But those were notoriously unreliable.
It's true, but you did your
Sometimes.
job. You did your job. You called your phone tree. You left a message maybe. But now it's might as well have a phone tree. If I have to call behind everybody for this app, kind of negates the point of the app. It's really nice when they all click yes. Though.
Bridge Watcher opening up a Thomas Brothers. I mean, we didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't even
Mapsco.
remember having Thomas Brothers back in the day. You just had to be lost until you found where you were going.
Yeah, stop at a gas station.
Yeah,
whatever.
you had to ask for directions.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
All the time.
I mean, you don't. It's not even.
It's crazy to have GPS in our pockets now.
It literally, you can buy. I sold a car this morning from my phone in the middle of Take on Woods. I'm not kidding. In the middle of Take on Woods, I was selling my car. I'm not joking. I was checking from the deposit. It came in.
That would have been like an all-day activity back in the 80s.
The guy came to my home, picked up my stuff today. He's out. It's gone. It's done. The deal is done.
Damn.
And in the middle of Take on Woods, my wife is like, let me know it came through. I'm like, it's in. Probably why I did so poorly. But you can do anything.
I'm almost mad about the GPS in the pocket because I have a good sense of direction.
Those people are...
And it's now worthless.
It's worthless.
Like the biggest idiot can now get where they need to go thanks to
But they
your
never...
phone apps.
People that have that never stop bragging about it. Ever. Like, you don't need to put it in Waze. I know where I'm going.
I do that sometimes.
I know. I've
told you guys.
Me too.
I
I
navigate
don't get in my car without it.
I navigate to every place I go.
Unless I'm going to CVS by my house.
Right.
I don't do it.
Down the street.
If it's
like,
longer than 5 minutes
if
to
it
10
involves
minutes.
a freeway, like I want to know if there was an accident up ahead and it's gonna, maybe I should go this way or whatever. It's just natural. I get in the car. Where am I going? Punch it in every time.
Yep, no doubt. These kids now, like Mike says, think of a song. Go back to the 90s. Some amazing song comes on. You're starting off in 1990. You're out of luck for 6 years. You have to go through the pain of finding that CD. Now we're in the store the other day. Hannah's like, "Oh, what's this?" And hits Shazam, and he's like, "Shh." Oh, her. I like that. Okay, it's in her phone. In the 90s, you're like, "What was that? That sounded cool." And if the guy doesn't say it, you'd sit and wait for him to back sell it. And if he didn't back sell it, you'd call the radio station. Hey, he played a song, had violin in it. What was it? It's like, was it The Cure? Yes, it was The Cure. What is it? Love song? All right. Dad, can you take me to Sam Goody tomorrow? I need $15.99. I got to buy this. It was a whole production. Now my kid's like, I like that song. I download it and I'm out. It was a struggle back then. It really was.
Yeah.
And I think it shaped us. I really do. I think it shaped us. It's too easy now to do anything.
All right, we've got time for one more spin, Paulie, if you would.
Remember waiting in line to buy concert tickets and stuff?
Yeah, getting up to change the TV channel. Oh, my God.
I don't even know what do you think are the most underrated or overrated of the 50 states?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Underrated and overrated states. Well, having just been to Oregon, I think it's very underrated. Oregon gets overlooked a lot, but Oregon was very nice.
Does it get underlooked?
It's beautiful. It wasn't crowded. Everything just smelled kind of good. I liked Oregon. Underrated Oregon.
Overrated Arizona. It's overrated. It is.
I was going to say Texas.
Texas is overrated. Yeah, a lot of people like, I got to get out of California. They go to Texas like, this is terrible. Terrible. It's overrated.
When I went to South Carolina, I really liked that one. I think that could be an underrated one.
Underrated place.
Arizona. I mean, you take the whole of Arizona, and like 98% of Arizona really sucks.
Oh,
there's a couple of nice places and a couple of cool things. Spring training's fun, but you drive around that state, it is not good.
This is a good one here from Frenchie, Wisconsin. Massively underrated.
Okay.
Massively underrated. Beautiful. They got everything that you could. I mean, it's cold as balls, but it is like
I've been to Minneapolis and I thought it was a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Like underrated.
Yeah, it was great.
Honestly, like I thought growing up in Seattle, I think I could make an argument that it's in the middle. I could argue that it's overrated in that people are like, oh, Seattle's gorgeous. I'm like, it's horrible. It's 12 months of rain. It
no
sucks.
interest.
And then I
Zero.
could also people saying, oh, Seattle's underrated or overrated. And I'm like, yeah, I could argue for that as well.
Yeah, I there's no way. I mean, I've been to Seattle once. I was like, I'm good. I'll go up for a game or something, but
like San Diego, everybody knows San Diego's great.
The best.
Yeah.
Freaking Taylor, man, riding down to the park yesterday. He's like, Dad, San Diego's the best. It's got the best weather. It's got the best food. They got parks. They got everything. I was like,
we're properly rated.
What are you selling me on this? I love it here. It was really sweet.
The best weather. I mean, we're
everything.
properly rated, though. I mean, we get a lot of praise for what we are, and it's deserved.
Yeah,
but I don't think we're under or overrated.
I think
we're definitely not overrated.
Nashville is extremely overrated.
Yeah, big time.
Someone said Nevada overrated. Las Vegas, kind of, yeah, because people get so excited about it, but
it's fun for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it kind of wears off. All right, that's about it for us. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Tomorrow is Big League Wednesday. Brett Boone will join us at 7:35. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It is not Big Bank Banking. It is better. All right. That was fun this morning.
It was fun.
Let's hope we have another win to talk about tomorrow. It definitely keeps the mood nicer.
Yeah. You guys ready for that NBA draft tonight?
Yes.
We will break it all down for you tomorrow. Extensively, I'm sure. For executive producer Paul Reindl, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. From all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.